He's got a brand new phone with a crack. Ask CD-ROM. Hey dude, can you fix that? He doesn't know a RAM from a floppy disk. CD yells, please just read the dang instructions. Risk, they're best friends in a crash and burn way. Glammy, clueless, driving CD insane. A comic duo, yeah, the fight is real. But they're ride or die, that's the deal. Glammy plugs their toaster into the LAN. CD screams, it doesn't work like that, man. Kill the Wi-Fi, my printer's on life support. Glammy shrugs and retorts, you're my tech resort. They're best friends in a crash and burn way. Glammy clueless, driving CD insane. A comic duo, yeah, the fight is real. But they're ride or die, that's the deal. CD's got patience running razor thin. Glammy's here asking, dude, where do I begin? Eject the disc, he says, hit control and save. Glammy's like, how do you live in this tech cave? Controller tangled, Xbox crash on the screen. Glammy calls CD, says, you're my tech machine. CD sighs, you're a one-man error log. Without you, buddy, I'd still use dial-up fog.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the Kernel Panic of the YouTube technology podcast sector. This is Lolcow Tech Talk. Good morning, it's 4 a.m., end of the line. How's it going, everybody? I'm your host, CD-ROM 1019, and baby, I was born this way. Oh my god, what a weekend, huh? What an absolute and abject disaster. Well, this is words. This is something. I don't have the words. You tend not to have the words when you go to sleep in absolute fear. So, we're gonna have to figure a number of things out today, including whenever I'm gonna finally get a new microphone. That'll be one of these days. I don't quite know when. Soon, though. Probably. After I get a number of things out of my way. Alright. I guess we got some audio mixing to do in the meantime. We should probably get Glammy in here. Hey, Glammy.
Hi. You sad excuse for a floppy disk hole.
Here we go.
I'm only kidding. I do think we
Are you?
Yes. I do think we have some. Oh, before we start, let me ask about the chat for audio. How's the audio stuff? I had a OBS update and it fucked with all my settings. So
I think I might be too low.
Okay. See, I'd put you low because I was thinking, because I know it's usually you're super high. What happens is the song is very low, so I kick it up so it's higher, and then when I bring you in, I have to remember to put it low. So I lowered it, but I lowered it extra.
I'm too loud. Oh, my. All right. Apparently,
See,
I'm too loud.
I thought I did it right. Oh my fucking god,
I'm
CD.
I'm sorry.
Look at you trying to sabotage me. The sabotage.
I'm not trying.
Why do
I have mild narcissism.
I'm like
okay, I don't want to say that out loud.
super sad that I look shorter than you. I'm not doing it. I'm not
What?
doing it.
You're upset because I tilted my camera upwards?
No. I'm not upset. I look shorter. It's weird. So when
Okay.
I sit on my chair, one of the reasons that I do is because I don't like how short the table feels. So when I'm like this, it feels better to me because maybe it's a dominance thing.
All right. Well, I
So I wrote everything down that I have beef. Did you? No,
no, I didn't. I have reasons for that.
we also have somebody from the Discord. We also have somebody from our docket team as well who wants to come in, and they have gripes too. So we want to make sure that we give Gutsu time to speak. And
we will absolutely give him time. All right, assuming that our audio's mixed fine. Maybe one other improvement I've made. So it finally hit me that I have a camcorder that I can double up as a camera. So I finally got around to hooking it up to this PC, but I don't have anywhere to mount it. So that's why it looks clearer. But it's
that
tilted
is
upwards.
mostly men's problems. Is they have it, but they just don't know where to mount it.
What?
Okay,
how does that work?
So on the bright side, I have one monster today. One.
Okay.
I've drinking one monster today versus the 6.
Okay, I have cat.
So there's so many jokes, CD. You make it too easy. So
Probably.
one of the things I'm gonna try to work on is calming the fuck down. Now, I don't know if you also knew in the Discord that in announcements, Keemstar had put that we get to go for 2 extra hours. Now, from my perspective, I think it's because, one, he's being amazingly patient with me and giving me the extra time to get better at the hosting. Plus, to also open us up to a bigger, broader audience. He also did the same thing with Cafe as well. So it's not just us. It's also, I think it's just to help to try to, I definitely feel like I need more of the practice for sure.
There are pros and cons to the whole scenario. Usually 4 hours means more hours, sometimes means more fun, which is cool. The downside is that 3 out of the 5 days on the schedule, I can't be there in the back half of the show with you guys. So I hope nobody takes that personally. I don't have like a super hard out at 6 a.m., but around that time I have to start dipping for work. And then on Fridays and Saturdays I can spend that extra time with you guys. As long as I successfully fight the need to fall back asleep. So I'll be there to party with you guys 2 days out of the week for the rest of the month. And we'll see how it goes.
Okay, which brings up my first upsettedness that I had was when you come to the show, I feel like you're sad. So I'm very happy and I'm trying to be very fun and bring in the energy and the electricity and the elasticity. But I feel like you very much bring in
Hold
like
on.
I'm
You're
tired. What?
You're bringing the elasticity?
Yes.
Do you know what that means?
Yes. You know, like Pikachu when he goes, "Argh!"
No. Well, you said elasticity, as in you're stretched.
Elasticity.
No, as in you're stretchable, like Elastigirl from The Incredibles.
Well, maybe that
like you're
too.
malleable.
Malleable? I'm not a duck.
That's a mallard, Glammy.
I was close.
Also wrong.
Okay. So, well, you're deflecting. Don't deflect. Stay
Continue,
on
continue,
topic.
continue.
Stay on target.
Continue,
see,
I'm
that's pretty
listening.
bad when I'm trying to keep you focused.
Okay,
Like-
I don't know. I was just trying something. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay, so that was one of my first gripes. Thank you so much, Serge, becoming a member. Ooh, where's my buttons?
Welcome.
No, my button. Oh my God. I forgot I took that one off. There we go. We have this one. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Okay, so that was my first gripe, was the fact that I bring in the fun and I'm all super duper happy, and then when you come in, it seems like you are upset about being here, and that's really aggravating. Because I feel like I have to be electric for both of us.
Well, it's not that I'm upset. I'm not upset to be here. I'm just kind of a lot more toned down. And part of the reason I do that is because we can't have two Spitfires on the show. We'll never get anything done. The show works because I'm the straight man and you're the comedy guy. Like it has to work that way. So I could turn it up a little bit. And in some cases I probably should. Well, so I realize partially also, right, that I don't want to be at 4 a.m. Like, not for the rest of my life. 4 a.m. is what I can do right now. I would much rather see us, like, go to 4 p.m. at some day. That's going to take a lot of time and a lot of fighting for us to get there. I mean, but do I want us to be at 4? No, at 4 a.m.? Not really. It'd be a lot easier on everybody if I could get more sleep in the overnight and then go to work and then come home and then like do the show. There are a lot of components there that are not your problem, that are not your fault, I should probably say. And some of the attitude thing is something I have to fix. I hear that, and I'm gonna try to make improvements. If I can be disciplined and I can go to sleep at a decent hour, you'll find that I have more to give the show, right? I have more in my tank. Like, as it stands right now, I woke up recently. I'm kind of like at the start of my day. I have to find to be entertaining, and then I have to suffer at work for 11 hours. So it's kind of a lot different for me than it is for you, and that's a fair assessment. It's something I need to work on.
Yes. Is that something that you feel like you can work on? Because I understand that. Yeah. I understand that you have. Well, I'm not trying to change his personality. Laura is okay. I'm just trying to figure out how we can do this where it's not every single show we're going on is not so much like, oh, I'm here again. You know what I mean? Because I absolutely love this job and I love everything about it and it makes me happy. And when you go into work with somebody, like let's say you go into work and then all of a sudden you're like, your other coworkers are super sad or depressed or they bring your vibe down, and then it makes your day a lot harder to get through when it's a fun situation. This is a dream job for me. So to see somebody come at it with the kind of the oscillation of not excited.
Also the wrong word.
It's my word. I said it. It makes it, it brings down the vibe and it makes it harder. But if you could work on that, that would be great. Okay, so that's number one.
I'll try to figure it out. You understand that I'm clinically depressed, right?
I did not know that. No.
Okay. So I'm clinically depressed and I'm treated for it. And
I don't know what to do with that.
Do you want the truth or not?
I do.
I think it's pretty admirable that I still try to come here and crack jokes when I'm depressed.
It is. Okay. Well, now I feel bad.
You don't have to
know that part.
All right. Okay. First of all, can we back up for a second? Because you kind of just raw dogged your way into all the gripes. So.
Whoa!
That face. See, look, I'm capable of the jokes too. Okay, I can bring the funny. All right, listen.
You're great. Here's jokes.
Here's the deal.
Okay. Spin that wheel.
Let me. I thought we had a donation for a second and I panicked.
I'm sorry. I Colonel panicked you.
Yeah, thanks for that. All right. Listen, let me dial this back for a second because there's some things that I have to say. So, I need to put this into perspective for everybody that's listening, because there's a potential that we have a lot of first time viewers here today. So let's go over what happened and why we're here. Friday, so everyone's by now probably aware on some level of the situation between Beans and Grimm. It's been made a big story in this universe for the past week. And there have been multiple people that have been trying to, for whatever reason, get me to mess with a woman who just exited a 7-year relationship.
Ooh,
I've made my feelings about that entire thing pretty clear. I didn't want to. I didn't want to play into that. I don't think it's fun or entertaining to mess with a woman who just got out of a relationship, especially one that long. Breakups hurt. They're vile. They're painful. Every breakup I've ever been in has destroyed me, and it's taken a very long time to get over. It's just something I didn't want to mess with, and I felt like my boundaries were being pushed at the time, and I started messing with Beans anyway, because we had managers that set donations goals for us, and then when you get to that point, it becomes what do I do? Now I'm saying over and over again that I don't want to do this, and I have managers that say, well, you have to do it now, you got money for it, and that, I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. And in my head, the worst possible thing at that moment that I can do is just continue to say no, because now I'm going to get all the comments in our chat about scamming the fans. And when you appeal to that side of an entertainer, that's the worst, because you don't want to let the fans down more than anything. So I played into it. I did. It didn't make me feel great. And I let all those feelings come to a head on Friday morning. And Friday morning I exploded. And I feel like at the moment I had some valid. I had a lot of valid complaints.
I feel like
I had a lot of valid criticisms. I let it all out. By the time the show was over, I was all smiles. I felt so much better. I saw the look on your face. I thought you felt so much better. I thought that we were so good with each other, and I left that day. I left my house that day feeling great. And I went to Canada, and I had 3 days to spend with my friends. Let me tell you, this was easily the worst 3-day vacation I've had of my entire life. So I spent that Friday interacting with 4 other shows in the LCU, because I just wanted to have fun. I called into Dolls, but that was kind of a mess, so I left early. I went on Rewind. I got pulled into Live because we were a topic of conversation for Live's docket. And then I got slammed with doing Aussie that night, but I did it anyway. I took a stride. That was fun. I pulled 20 hours of uninterrupted consciousness that day. So I thank God I went to bed at 3 a.m. because I was ready to crash. But I was riding such a high of just having a good time that entire day. And it all came crashing down at 3 a.m. because you were upset. You were really upset with very valid complaints, valid gripes. And the rest of my weekend, I spent thinking to myself, I did no exaggeration, the next 2 days, bleeding into this morning, I spent all of my time thinking, where did I go wrong? What did I do? How do I fix this? I don't know how to fix it. And I am deathly afraid to host the show today. Those 4 things were on my mind all weekend. Glammy, I got so upset over the whole thing that I went on Rewind and I said, guys, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to fix this. And here's your headline for the night. I'm considering resignation because I don't know how to fix this for Glammy. Because this means so much more to her than it does to me, very clearly. At least I have something I can fall back on. But I need to make this right by her, and I have no idea what to do. That was all I could think about all weekend. Now...
Okay.
I'm not...
Can we go bit by bit? I'm sorry. I'm not trying to interrupt you, but I literally let you go for a little bit.
I'll take a break. I'll take a breather. Go ahead.
Sorry, just so that we could get to everything. So one of the problems that I had with being upset was you had this moral grandstanding of the whole beans thing. But the way you put it, it's one thing to say, okay, I'm not going to interrupt a relationship because it's moral, whatever, this is how I feel. Okay, fine. Everybody gave you credit for that. Great guy, awesome. Now, when it came to donation time and stuff, there's more grace there, right? Because of the fact that now we understand that it's turned into content. This is now content. So there's different broader rules against that. There's lesser constraints of OCD's just being a dick. OCD's just going after a woman that just broke up in a vulnerable state. No, this is now a content punishment. Let's play. Everybody in the LCU knows how things are. Everybody in the LCU, this is what we do. Okay? So the way you grandstanded about it afterwards was so high level of like, oh my gosh, you made it sound like I was trying to take you down the aisle with no way out. You made it sound so yucky that it wasn't even like that at all. And that's what bothered me about that. Not only that, coupled with the fact that the very day after you had given me hell, which by the way was bogus, and we'll get to that in a second too. You've given me hell, then you go on Aussie and do the same exact thing, just to Grim in different context. How is it okay for us to grandstand on the beans thing, but then turn around and it's okay to do it for Grim?
Okay, I have a reason for that. I have an explanation for that.
Okay.
Do you want that now, or you want to wait until I get to that part of the story?
I mean, that's a part of where we're at. This is where we're at. We're talking about this part because that's what you brought up first.
So then I'll go over it now.
That would be a good idea.
So you're talking about how I sent Sweet Tea to Tess to mess with Grim? Yes. That was 100% verifiably Nightmare's idea. I swear to God it was. The show's about to end. Like, now I'm tired. By the way, at this stage I'm really tired and I'm not thinking too clearly. I didn't give that whole thing enough thought, clearly. But no. Ozzy's about to end, and he starts messaging me. He says, hey, listen, send her our way to mess with Grim. It'd be like he said something to the effect of it'd be the perfect revenge or something. I don't remember what he said. But he messages me and he says, hey, egg her on to go on and mess and flirt with Grim.
Wait, he literally says this is the perfect revenge, but that's okay to jump on. But
I'm hold on. I can tell you exactly what he told me.
That seems so bullshit. And the fact that Nightmare drove the boat on this, I'm a little pissed at that too. I've already have my issues with Nightmare.
He said, egg Sweet Tea to come on and flirt with Grim. My boy needs to be punished for missing the VC event. Verbatim. That's what he told me. So I didn't mess with it.
Okay, but here's the thing. Why was there no pushback on that? Do I get a whole smear campaign on this is wrong and grandstanding, but then Nightmare comes and says, hey, bro, go ahead and do it to Grim, and you're like, that's funny and hilarious, but then I get a 10-minute expose on how scummy I am as a human being. Why is that?
I can only tell you that I didn't think about it. I didn't. I should have. I didn't.
So morals are only on one side of the fence, different from men and women, is what I'm hearing.
I'm not blaming you for feeling that way. I would feel that way too if that was my understanding of the situation. All I can tell you is that I was really tired. I wanted it all to end. I wanted to go to sleep, and I didn't give it any thought. And I should have.
I don't know if that's a valid excuse. I mean, I understand tired. I've crashed out over tired, but I just bending morals on something that you raked me through the coals for, had a whole expose, made me feel like absolute shit on something that you didn't blink twice for the next day?
I get it.
Like, am I wrong? I mean, I know I'm ditzy as fuck, but what?
No, I don't think you're wrong.
So that was the first thing.
Okay.
Then also, when you went on to Rewind, and Keemstar was really, really super pissed at me, and he ended up saying, "Oh, we got to get you away from Glammy. Everybody needs to see more of you. You know, why are you being usurped? She's not a good host. She's not a host," is what he said. Then you said, "Oh, I don't know what to do about that." Even Xylee said that CD brings out the best in Glammy Keem. You sat there and said nothing, was like, yeah, I don't know what to say about that one. Why isn't it like, oh, I'm having, like, the show really does work with her. Like, she is a really good host. As a matter of fact, she's the one that's doing, I don't know if that matters, but I'm thinking like she would be the one that was doing the OBS because I can't even run it right now because my internet's not working. Or anything to let him know that I'm a good host too. Coming off the very first day that you're sitting there telling me that I don't have your back. Like,
Popper Lives, thank you for the $20 for Glammy. Appreciate it.
Thank you. There's a couple other ones too, since you decided to Rastov, Glammy, who did you talk to that helped you with these points? It feels like it's not your words, but other people. CD, don't roll over here. Thank you, Rastov, for stirring the pot. These are my words. Actually, I like writing. I wrote them all out because Zaya, our manager, decided to say that if you write all your points out, plus with the ADHD that I have, and I'm trying to focus myself better to try to be a better, more focused host, I thought it was a good idea. So I wrote out all my points.
Very briefly, Cynthia Breyer for the $2. Glammy, loved your epic crash out, by the way. Thank you for that. Angel's Mama, $2. You're doing great, Glammy. Love you. And Machiavelli, member for 1 month. Welcome to Band World. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for your support. We appreciate you. Yeah, so I wrote out all these points, and then plus 2 base, like, I was so pissed. This is pretty much everything that I've been having for feelings. I just figured that we could hash them out together.
Yeah.
So, now, the one thing that that's the one that I would like answered, please, is about the fact that, like, you sat there and got so super pissed at me about not having your back, but when Keemstar, okay, sure, have my back with everybody else, okay, that's cool, and I've seen that, and I appreciate that, that's not even what I'm saying, but the boss, the major, big kahuna, the holy grail himself, and you got crickets.
Honest and truly, Glammy, what it boils down to is that I don't know how to talk to Keemstar. I don't. I try, like, I kind of froze just listening to him talk. I didn't know how to respond to anything, and when I tried, excuse me, when I tried to start defending your points, or when I tried to start defending you in front of him, he immediately shut me down. And when he does that, I don't. Excuse me. When he does that, I don't know how to work my. Oh my god! I don't know how to work my way around it.
You good?
Yeah, I'll be all right. I don't know. I didn't know in that moment what I needed to say. I don't exactly work perfectly well under pressure. I was just kind of nervous listening to him talk, because like in Keem's presence, I feel just like a peon. What the hell am I gonna say? Do I feel bad about that? For the record, yeah, I feel abhorrent about it. I wish I did say something, but I didn't have the words to say to him in the moment. I didn't know what to say.
Okay, that's
I
fair.
wish that I did say things. I wish I did say more. I honestly and truly wish I did. And I should have, and it's been messing with me all weekend. I hope that that's some sort of consolation that
I
it
mean,
bothers me that I didn't defend you.
well, I mean, thank you for that part, but I think the more thing is to be more objective and look at the fact that okay, I could see that. That's fair. That makes sense. I can get that.
All right.
Okay. Now on your point of view, where being very, very anxious, I think one of the major things I have to work on for me personally is being so anxious about being fired. This is something that I have to let go of worrying about, and I think that's what's tripping me up to being a better content creator is I'm so worried about everything crashing down that I think I'm going to end up manifesting it anyway. I think I just need to let that part go. And that part I'm sorry about. I think all the stressors and things. But when you were in the beginning, you weren't sure if you wanted to quit. Now this has happened to me a couple of times when I first start a new show and the host decides they want to quit before we even get started. And we just got the show and you were saying that you wanted to quit because you weren't sure if you could handle it.
I'm sorry. What, I said this weeks ago?
No, when we first started.
Okay. I'm sorry. I don't remember this. I don't remember thinking that I wanted to quit when we first started.
Yeah,
I
you were
remember
going to quit before we first started because everything was, we were like oil and water and you were getting very aggravated. So I had asked you, I was like, okay, well, please don't quit because you were saying that you weren't sure. This is how I remember it, is that we can go back in the DMs and look just to be 100% like after the show, but I'm pretty sure it happened this way. With the first time, you had like one time where you weren't sure if you were capable of doing it and you wanted to say that you weren't sure if you were going to quit. And I asked you, please don't quit. And you were like, okay, I promise I won't go anywhere. Oh, and then coupled with the fact right after that, somebody said that you should pick Sweet Tea over, me. And then we had just started. So I thought that a show that we just started was going to end up being taken down right away. So I got freaked out. I was like, no, we just started this. But if any way, shape, or form that you feel that I'm holding you back or whatever, I would never, ever want to make you feel like that. If you need to go for you, then feel free to go for you. I'll figure it out.
So that's not a me thing. I haven't once said that you're holding me back from anything.
That was before Sweet Tea got on Dolls.
Anybody that tries to say that is somebody that I flat out do not engage with.
No, I'm saying that. Like, oh, yeah. No, Keemstar had said something about the fact that, like, I'm holding you back. And then something about you and Sweet Tea were talking, and Sweet Tea was like, oh, that's very manipulative if she told you not to go. That's not what I said at all. And I'm certainly not framing it as if you need to go. Please stay for me. Like, no, I want you to go and survive and thrive and,
So I had misrepresented you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I get it.
But
I apologize.
maybe that's how you really felt too. So maybe it wasn't on purpose.
I mean, I don't want to misrepresent anybody on purpose.
No. But did you really feel that way, or is that is that how you saw it?
Do I feel like that you're holding me back or holding me down? No.
No, that you feel that I would tell you don't go. Like, would you be saying only for me? Like, would
in fairness, you've said to me a couple times, please don't leave.
Yes, in the beginning, because we had just started. We had just started a brand new show.
Right, and I had told you I have no intentions of going anywhere. I'm sticking around.
Right, so that was in the beginning. That was when we first started. Now, we started doing this for 3 weeks and stuff, and if you feel like you need to blossom and go spread your butterfly wings, I'm who am I to put you in a jar?
No,
you know what I mean? Like, if you feel I'm holding you back, go for it. I'll figure it out.
You're not doing that. Keem's opinions aside, for the record, I'm jazzed that he thinks I'm funny and that I need to be on primetime. That's really exciting, but I also don't have anywhere to go right now. Let's be realistic. He says a lot of things, and right now there's nowhere to go, right? Not only that, but I don't really have any desire at the moment to do any show other than Tech Talk. Like, this is my element, this is where I belong, and I'm not going in. The play is to fight until we can get the time slot changed, but I don't really feel like going anywhere else.
Okay.
So I would move if he told me to move because he's my boss and I want to get paid.
No,
but,
that's fair. I mean, anybody
like,
would move if they tell you to move.
Right. I still don't really have any desire to leave this show.
Okay.
Like, this
well,
is
do you have any desire for another host? Or are you happy with me
No.
being your co-host? Or real talk? Like, tell me the truth.
no. Like, this show works because of what we have. I'm not
what I
stupid. I
think,
can see
too.
between the lines. Like Sweet Tea tried to play her crap on me, okay? And she's like, like, would you rather have me as a host? And I it was glamming. And I said no. I flat out told her no, and I promised her that I said no, and I promised I'd be there for her. Like, so
Yeah,
I'm,
she was an intern at that point, and she was trying to find any type of straws to climb in somewhere. She was trying to find
exactly. Now it's a moot point because she's got her own show
to slide into to get somewhere with the role. So, yeah, I get that for sure. Good grief. Okay. All right. The next one.
My internet froze.
Did it?
We are stuck. Yep. Now we're back.
Oh, because it didn't seem bad. Okay, I covered that. Is there any gripes you have?
Let me talk about that. So
I found it.
The first, you asked me, like, when we started if I have anything written down. The answer is no. I don't, because I spent part of my weekend reviewing all the events that happened up to this point, including my crash out. And when I stopped to consider a lot of the things I said, and the reason I said them, and the things that I decided to engage in over the weekend, and the various points that did and did not happen, and then I took all the points of why you were mad at me into consideration, I realized that I didn't have anything to give you. I didn't have any points to really be upset about. So I've essentially, and this is going to require more explanation throughout the tour of the show, but I essentially have reneged on a couple of the points that I spent crashing out on. So technician CD brain over here thinking, if this is the truth and this is the reality, the most appropriate thing I can possibly do as a point of fixing whatever's broken here is to bring nothing. Because I seriously have nothing. I don't have anything that I think needs to be covered right now. And I think the most appropriate thing that I can do is let you beat on me for an hour because I beat on you for an hour. And that wasn't fair to you. So I'm here, like, get it out of your system, please. Go ahead, unload. I know you got more points.
So you're telling me I'm right?
I'm telling you you're right on a couple of things.
Well, what are the ones that I'm not? Because it can't, like, you must have had pushback somewhere. Like, put pushback somewhere. If you feel that there's pushback, tell me. Like,
okay, so I maintain that there are a few things, sure. I maintain that the thing about Beans' relationship was still kind of icky. I still don't feel great about it in the grand scheme of things. But I'm where I am about it now, so I can't continue to be mad about it. Like, me and Beans both get it. We're having a good time, and
kind of like I told you.
Hold on. Don't do that. Don't do that. I already feel really bad.
Sorry.
I can't believe I'm going to admit this. So here's your headline, and get all the laughs out of your system as soon as I say it, okay?
Okay.
Oh, I can't believe I'm going to say this.
Is it juicy?
A little, if you feel like it.
Did you really like her?
Glammy, I had forgotten how much fun flirting is.
You got pissed at me, dragged me through the coals just to find out that you like flirting? Oh my god! You made me feel so awful!
Yeah, I don't like it either. I feel bad about it.
You're such a bitch! Like, what? Oh my god. You made me feel like shit, and then every single fucking host came on. That was another one of my qualms, was that all the other hosts came over to be like, oh, I respect you. Oh, I'm in your, like, go off, king. You know what I mean? Like, everybody was on your side on that day. You were yelling at me. I felt like absolute dog shit.
I know. And I've been trying to apologize for it.
I'm on the bottom of your shoe.
No, you don't need to feel that bad. It's not that.
Just because you like to flirt, you found out that it wasn't even wrong. Oh my god. Oh my god. So the whole thing based off of you yelling at me, making me feel like shit. And then you find out that you're okay with flirting after the highest grandstand of the grandstand that you made? You made me feel like I put your religion on the line when that wasn't even true. I sat there, I said, on the United States
Wait, I'm trying to apologize.
I know, but let me get it out because that's really fucked up, dude.
Go ahead.
Oh my god! I said whatever I said with the United States of the LCU. That had nothing to do with your religion, bro! Oh my god, see that? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I felt like such shit. I felt like such shit. For nothing. You dragged me for nothing. While the people came up on the panel. Oh, I respect you, bro. For nothing. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so we have decided, like, I've come up to the conclusion that one of the reasons that you and I work is because we piss each other off, and this is one of them. Like, why?
I get it. That's fair.
Why can't... Oh my god. I felt like such shit. What? And that's why I said that was one of the biggest things that I felt, was that you had said that I stabbed you in the back with a smile on your face and asked everybody to join you, because you did. All the hosts came, they were like, yeah, CD, go. Yeah, respect you, woo, woo. You the man. For nothing? Oh my god. I am so pissed. And I don't know what to do with it. I was dragged. I can't even get off the loop.
Can I apologize to you about it?
Yes, but that doesn't fix the
I know it doesn't. I'm trying to help.
It doesn't fix that part. Oh. I mean, I'll get over it, but
I'm trying. Oh my god, Glammy, I'm trying to explain to you how bad I feel about this. Honest.
Oh my god. I just want to rip my hair out.
Why do you think I came with nothing today? I came with nothing so you could let me have it. Honest.
No,
I realize how bad this sounds. I'm just as frustrated. I'm really disappointed in my actions. Do you need a moment?
Secret Revival, I do not need help. I need you to shut the fuck up. Okay? Thanks. I don't. Oh my god. Ava with $14.99. I hear you, Glimmy. I would be frustrated too, but also keep in mind that people can change their minds. Oh, that's true. He had a change of heart, and I think it is because he saw Beans was comfortable with it. Yeah, but
That's part of it, yes.
Yeah, well, I told him. Everybody told him. He made it sound like I was trying to drag him down the aisle. He made it sound like it was such a big fucking moral thing. And I told you, it was a fucking moral high grandstanding. I sat there and I said that it was the biggest grandstanding that you did, and it was all. And you kept telling me, no, it's my religion. How could you? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Help, please.
So, Glammy, I get where you're coming from. But are you not open to hearing what CD has to say?
I am. That doesn't mean that I'm not upset about it. Shut the fuck up, dude. I don't even want to hear it. Like, seriously.
I didn't say you couldn't be upset, Glammy. I'm saying,
No, get out of here. Seriously, I'm mad. I'm allowed to be mad. Nobody's gonna sit there and tell me not to be mad. Seriously.
Hold up.
No, I'm not mad. And can I just have my feelings, or do you need to interrupt them?
Feelings, but you have to let CD have his.
Okay,
so
but that was like the biggest.
As well.
That
you
was
heard
the
what
biggest
he said
job.
about you
That was
constantly
the
talking over
biggest
people.
job. That was the biggest bomb that got dropped on me. That whole entire fucking thing was for no reason. No, you don't get to tell me that I can't.
But also, Keem did tell you about talking over people, and CD hasn't said anything.
Girl,
about
you
the
can
situation.
Kiss my fucking
Let him
ass.
say
You
something.
can kiss my fucking ass. Oh my god, talking over. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Go. Have your
Glammy, this is what I was afraid of. This is very multifaceted. Yeah, I had a change of heart. Yeah, I thought about the actions that led us up to this point, and I realized I was wrong. Yes, I did you dirty, and I need to apologize for it, and I need to explain why it happened so it doesn't happen again. And yes, I feel really freaking bad about it. This is exactly why I don't want to be here right now. No. Not for the show in general. I just don't want to be right here, right this second.
We will be okay. I will get over it. But at the same time, you got to understand where I'm coming from. I'm hearing you. I get you're sorry. I appreciate that you're telling me sorry. I do. It's not that I'm not going to forgive you, but at the same time, you got to understand where I'm coming from too.
I do. I get it.
I felt awful.
And I'm trying to tell you I feel just as bad. I
know.
Listen, honest and truly, I think that there's a number of things I feel wrong about. Because I listen to myself on the playback and I'm like, did I say that? Like, why did I do that? Like, Rastov, not a good time, brother. What? What do you want?
Excuse me?
What do you want? What's up? Not a good time.
All right. No, I know it's not a good time, but you falling on your sword has made this way worse. You felt a certain way before. That's fine, but you don't have to apologize for feeling different now.
No, I'm not asking him to apologize. I felt...
No, I'm not. That's fine, Glammy. I'm saying that him rolling back on how he felt before has now made it worse because it's literally invalidated everything that he said before that point.
He literally said that it was for nothing.
I know. He should have still stuck by what he said before and just said, I feel different about it now, and fucking tried to sort it out then. You pissed me off, CD.
All right, I see what you're saying. That was... Thank you. That's what I actually said probably came out the wrong way. I did say what I said, and at the time I did mean it. I feel different. I feel differently about it now, and I'd like to explain why I feel differently about it now.
Good. Now, I do have a question, Glammy, because I did hear that you actually we're in a VC talking about these points with people, so I just want to check if you actually did that or not. Did you pre-plan this?
No.
Did you you didn't talk about what you were going to bring up with CD with other people
No.
in a VC?
No, I talked about how I felt.
Okay, nobody's coaching you on what you should have said to him or asked
No,
him?
I wrote down everything today because they had said, especially with one of the things that I'm trying to focus on, you can even go check in the docket chat. I had said,
That's cool.
these are the
I'm just
ones
checking because that's what I heard.
these are the ones that I know that I need to work on. Is there anything else that you think I should work on? And then she had asked me, do you want to get into a call and we could talk about it? And I said, yes. So I said, besides those points, and you can go look at them, she said, letting go of being fired is probably the biggest thing that is hanging me up, which I get.
I agree.
Then she said, I need you to take all of your feelings, and she told CD too, take all of your feelings and write them down. And I did by myself earlier today.
Cool. Good. All right. I just wanted to clarify that because I'd heard it. I wanted it on the record that it wasn't the case because other people have probably heard it too. That's all.
Yeah, I talked about how I felt, but I didn't go down point by point. I just was upset. Everybody was asking me if I felt better, if I calmed down. They were trying to be friends, but I didn't write anything out except for today.
Good. All right. No, that's sweet. And CD, are you putting your own feelings aside because you feel like you owe Glammy for what you did?
A little of them.
Stop it. She literally roasted you for an entire fucking episode. Don't do that. That's actually bad. It's making it worse. If you've got feelings, share them.
So it wasn't for nothing. So now I got mad for nothing. Please be honest with me, bro.
Just be honest. If you don't owe her anything and she doesn't owe you anything, you're fucking co-workers, okay?
Yes, tell me. I've totally told you how I feel. I was super mad just now thinking, go. Tell me.
All right, I'm trying my best over here, brother. This is a very tricky situation to navigate.
We have dead air.
God dang it. Are we good?
You're good, yeah. You're good.
It's a freaking internet connection, man. I don't know what's going on in my network. All right, what the hell do I do?
You tell the truth. Tell me the truth.
I am telling the truth.
So,
I told nothing but the truth since I got here.
So which is it? You went on this moral grandstanding, and then you changed your mind because you realized that flirting was fun? So you dragged me for no reason? You want to know something that
makes me mad? Can you please stop with the moral grandstanding?
That's literally what that is. You literally, okay, when you're sitting there saying that your morals because of X, Y, and Z is the reason of why you're doing something, you made a big, huge deal about it, then you turn around and say, oh, it was because I just realized the reason that I went hypocritical on your ass is because I realized that flirting's fun.
All right, hold on. You want to know a number of things that make me mad?
Super much.
The buzzwords that you're using are really pissing me off. Like, don't stop calling it grandstanding, stop calling it white knighting, and whatever the hell you do, do not ever call me a hypocrite ever again. Got it?
That's literally what that is, though. If you tell somebody that they don't do something, yell at them for doing it, which wasn't even my fault, by the way. It was a fucking, what do you call it?
I will explain that if you let me, and you agree to the three things I just said. Because let me tell you, that frustrates me just about more than anything in this world.
Okay, so you explain what it is then. Because that's the way it came off to me. If I'm wrong, let me know.
I'm not trying to tell you that I wasn't wrong. I very much am aware that I did wrong in this scenario. And I'm trying to apologize for it. I'm not trying to justify my actions, merely explain how we got here. And if you're not willing to hear them, then it's going to be a problem for both of us. At the end of the day, what we have here going on today, I don't want this to be a thing again. I want to wake up tomorrow and not have to worry about this BS ever again. Do you want that too? Because that's what we should both be working for here.
I'd like our show to work. I mean, I'm not planning on waking up
kidding.
every day and start yelling at you. That's not my aim.
Good. I don't want to do that either. In fact, I try very hard not to.
No,
I had a bad day. And I got it out of my system and I felt great.
Okay.
All right. Let's talk about how we got here. I said what I said about the donation goal and about flirting with beans. I maintain that stance wholeheartedly. Regardless of how I've been speaking with her and having fun with her right now, I still maintain that that was probably still the wrong thing to do. I said it wouldn't be appropriate until she's had a year deal. Don't make me do it. People paid to make me do it anyway. I did it so that I wouldn't get accused of scamming the fans. I felt really bad about it. I didn't want to, but I did it anyway, and I did it for everybody else's benefit and absolutely not for mine. And I did not get thanked for it. So I crossed my moral boundaries to make everybody in the world but me happy. And when you do that, it doesn't feel great, but it's something when you're clinically depressed you end up doing because you very much want everybody else to be happy and not yourself. Next, you had gone on Dolls that day, and as the show was starting, I was pinging you, begging you to tell Beans the truth, to tell her I didn't want to do it because I didn't want to get her involved. She's going through her own stuff. She needs to go through that without the pressure of the community dogging on her, and the last thing she needed was to have some guy she doesn't know flirting with her when she's quote unquote on the rebound. That's not fair to her. And I maintain that that's not fair to her. Okay? That's why I was asking you, please don't do that. Go on the show and talk, have a good time, but please don't do that to her. You did it anyway. And whether or not that's your fault, I think it's your fault entirely? Probably not. It sounds like you had... Ugh, God. It sounds like there were donation goals on that side of the fence, too. All throughout the show, I'm pinging you, begging you to stop. I'm saying stop. Stop messing with her. Stop rallying her community against her. I'm watching her hyperventilate on screen. I'm going, stop. Stop. Why are you doing this to her? Like, I'm begging everybody to stop messing with her. And nobody's listening. And when I get to that point where nobody's listening, I'm upset. Because now you're invoking my name to mess with somebody else, and I can't get everybody to stop and do the right thing. And you doubled and tripled down on it, and got her, and you rallied her community against her? And with the donation goals to get her to flirt with me, which I'm certain she didn't want to do. And you kept saying, oh, CD's gonna love this. CD's gonna feel great about this Riz note. It's like, I didn't feel great about it. She didn't want to send that to me. I didn't feel great about her being forced to say all that stuff to me. Those are my honest feelings in the moment. And what I did wrong, Glammy, was that I no joke, I raked you over the coals the next day. And when I looked back on that, you know what, I'm not even going to say probably. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have talked to you the way that I talked to you, and I greatly apologize. And I apologize in the face of all the things that have that the way the situation has evolved over the weekend. Because there's a lot of things that have changed. I felt very strongly one way about it, and now I feel differently. I'm not telling you it's all for nothing. If I don't know. 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 I don't know what else I need to say. I don't know. I can't, Glenn, I can't look you in the eye and tell you that the opportunity differently that I would. I don't know. And the reason I can't tell you is because that crash out did wonders for our show. It got us noticed by Keemstar, and things changed, and they changed very rapidly. I don't know what to say anymore. I don't know what the right answer is. I'm afraid to say anything to you because you're gonna crash out about it. Where's my hat? I don't want this anymore. Like, this isn't what I want for this show. I don't want to be here. Not doing the show. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be in this scenario. I don't want to be presented with something that I have to analyze the moral boundaries of them before I act on them. But sometimes I have to. It still felt like the wrong thing to do. And you know what? The whole bit about the religion, like when you brought the religion thing, yes, I took that way out of context and I got mad about it. I'm very sorry for it. I beg your forgiveness on the matter because that was wrong of me.
No, you don't have to
and
beg
trust
my
me,
forgiveness.
there's nobody in the world that feels worse about it right now than this guy. I feel bad about it. I feel so awful about it that I was ready to quit. For you. Not for me, for you. Because I didn't know what else to do. So,
Okay,
I'm begging you, if you let me explain everything I felt and explain how sorry I am about it, please don't crash out on me about it because I'm sorry. Be frustrated, I get it, but I can't keep doing this.
I'm not asking you to keep doing this. This today was supposed to hash out everything. That's what we're doing. We're hashing it out so that we can move forward. But I don't think we can move forward unless we hash it all out. That's why we were going point by point of everything that was bothering us. I mean, you said you felt better when you let everything out, so I was trying to feel better letting everything out. We have to be able to talk to each other. Okay, maybe sometimes I take things wrong, but the way that was presented to me, and even you had said earlier, the way that you had said it came out wrong.
Yeah, it did. If I was better at thinking my words through before I say them, what I should have said to you was that I've had a change of heart.
Okay, so that wouldn't have been so bad. I wouldn't have gotten so mad at that, but the way you first said it was, hey, yeah, guess what? Just like flirting. All the morals went out the window. That's the way it first got presented. Like, is it not? I mean, you literally just said that if you were me, you would have seen it that way. That's all I'm saying. If you had to change your heart and put it a different way, that's fine. I get it.
I've had a change of heart for a number of reasons, but I need you to understand that the reason we're here, the reason we got here, is partially because I felt like nobody was listening to me when we got to dolls. By the time you had gotten to dolls.
Well, what did I say on dolls that was so bad? I what did I say on dolls that was just so bad? I wasn't sitting there being like, I wasn't trying to probe her. I was just trying to be like, oh, this is going to be so funny. I just thought it would be funny.
I didn't think it was funny. At the time, I didn't think it was funny. I didn't think it was funny when we talked about it on Tech Talk. I didn't think it was funny when you got to dolls about it. I was hoping, beyond everything, that when dolls had started and Beans had pressed you about it, that you would say to her, listen, this is how CD feels. He's trying to... I wish you had said, CD's trying to do the right thing. He knows you just got out of a relationship, and he knows that the last thing you want right now is to be messed with.
Okay, well, if I didn't say that, I'm sorry.
I wish you didn't.
No, I know. I didn't say that, and I'm sorry. Okay, so the next point...
And to expound upon that, what you did say was that CD's being a white knight. He's morally grandstanding. He's being all these buzzwords. And this is not something I expect you to know about me without really getting a chance to understand me. But this is part of my autism, probably. Okay? And I've explained it before, my brain processes everything differently. You clearly didn't say this, but in my head, the words that you might have well said when Beans pressed you on it is CD-ROM's being a baby back bitch. It's not what I heard you say. It's what my brain translated to hearing you say. And I can't expect you to walk around eggshells on me 24/7. I'm not asking you to. I totally get it. I'm telling you that's how this started.
I'm not asking you to either. And you make it sound like I'm asking you to do that too. That's not true. Okay, well, I'm sorry I didn't explain a full-on montage for beans. I thought it was funny. I thought it was fun. It was no big deal to me.
It didn't need to be a full-on montage. It just needed to be, he doesn't want to do that to you. He knows that you're probably hurting because you just got out of a 7-year-long relationship, Glammy. That comes with stuff. Yeah, that comes with a lot of baggage.
Yeah, I understand that. It's just, we look at that two different ways. I think that's just the point of it is. I think it's something where there's one situation, both people have two different ideas as to what the situation is. I just think we're going to have to disagree to agree to disagree on it.
Maybe I just...
Because there's no way I'm going to see... Like, I can understand and empathize with the fact that you feel that way, but there's no way I'm going to see it as all of that.
Fine, but like, am I allowed to stand on a couple of my morals without saying that I'm grandstanding about it?
Of course, as long as you don't break them the very next day.
Oh my god. Okay.
And turn around and do the same exact thing, whether somebody prompts you or not. Like, even if Nightmare had come up to you and said, hey, let's do this for fun, you yourself just said that you weren't thinking about that. You weren't thinking about that at all. You just thought it was fun and you went with it.
I got asked to do Aussie and all I wanted to do was go to bed. I was so tired.
So what I'm hearing is that everybody else's fault, but you can't take accountability for your side.
That's not true. I'm taking accountability for everything I said to you.
You just right there, you said, oh, I wanted to go to bed.
I did.
Okay, so that's not what I'm talking about. I'm asking you, if you had that grandstand for beans, or I'm sorry, excuse me, if you had that feeling of how you felt about beans, why was it such a big deal for that? But then when you come to the Grimm situation, whether Nightmare had asked you or not, why didn't you make it a big deal to him? Why did you make it a big deal to me?
Number one, I wasn't thinking about it. I was very, very exhausted, and I wasn't giving a whole lot of things that a lot of thought. I was trying to coast my way through Aussie so I could... And coast is being used very loosely. I was trying to ride that show. I was trying to put effort into it. I was giving that show as much effort as I can muster with how exhausted. But I was seriously trying to get through Aussie so I could go to bed. Number two, Nightmare asked me to. He said, hey, listen, this is what we're going through. Prod her to go on to test and flirt with Grimm. Number three, I thought, hey, Sweet Tea and I have a little bit of history, friendly with each other, and I want good things for her. And I want her to learn in this scenario, and I want her to survive in this LCU. And I think flirting with Grimm would help her come out of her shell some more, would help her become a better host. So I didn't put enough thought in. The one thing I didn't think about out of the three or four thoughts that actually hit my mind was that maybe this would be wrong of me. I thought I was trying to help her. I thought I was trying to get through the show, and I thought Nightmare asked me to do him a favor. That's what I thought. And that's why I did it.
Okay. Well, I don't know. This just seems like a agree to disagree situation because I will, understand that you feel differently about it. I will accept that you feel differently about it. But I don't agree with I don't agree with your opinion, but I can understand your opinion. I'm not going to hate you over it. If that makes sense.
Great, because in my head, all I hear is we're never going to figure this out. And it's just going to linger on the rest of the show's history.
Why? Why is talking things out so bad?
That's what I hear. That's what I hear you saying. It's like I mean it's not the actual word you said. I know that's not the word you said.
No, I'm trying to work it out.
This is what I'm translating it to because I'm attempting to read between the lines.
Wait. What are you... Well, that's not what I'm saying at all. Okay, now I feel like I need Zay. Zay, can you please come up, please? Because I feel like we need some sort of moderator here. I don't know. I feel like we have a good dynamic. I do. Hey, sorry I snapped at you. I was very upset. It was bad timing.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, well, no, now I can.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry I snapped at you earlier. It was bad timing. I had to get it out. Sorry about that.
We have our puppets.
Okay, so I feel like we need a mediator in this situation. Were you listening to the stream or do you want to go over it?
Well, I've been listening, but I feel like we're just like we're stuck between a rock and a hard place, you guys. Like we can be at a difference of opinions on how to deal with things. You
Okay,
guys
that's
don't
what I
have
said.
to agree on everything.
Well, that's what I said. I think we should agree to disagree, but he's telling me that because I said agree to disagree, that I'm saying that I want that we're never going to come to agreement and the show's going to fail, which is not what I'm saying at all.
I didn't say the show's gonna fail.
No, did he not just say that? Am I wrong?
Maybe him saying the show was going to fail is unrelated to that. I understand what you're saying, but I think basically what CD is trying to say is that you guys do need to come together and agree on how you're going to do this show, which I think is where you guys have been at an impasse sometimes.
Yeah.
And to make this show a little more cohesive and make it so you're not interrupting him, he's not interrupting you, and you both feel like you're getting to say what you want to say,
Right.
you guys are going to have to come together, work that out behind the scenes.
Okay.
That's what we're going to have to do. Beyond that, you guys are going to have to agree to disagree right now. There's not much more else to say.
Yeah.
Move on from this topic, quit looping on it, and either move on to the next point that you guys have, or let's move into like whatever else you guys want to move into for today. Because I feel like the chat wants to move on a little bit.
Yeah, I'd like to move on.
I did get somebody that offered a $50 donation for you to Riz Beans, Mr. CD. So I think you should do that.
It's got to come in first.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. $50 donation. He's gonna Riz Beans again.
Yeah, I'll
Thank you, Zay. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'll do that. So I should explain to you probably what happened after that. You were watching live you were watching live on Friday, yeah? Okay, so you know that Keemstar got on me about like asking Beans out, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's been pushing me to do that, to mess with her. I didn't want to. I will say that you were correct. Everybody else is correct. That Beans is really cool and she gets it.
Thank you, Heck.
There's the $50. Thank you, Heck. All right, I will do it.
Tell me when.
You should also know. I will tell you when I start. It's not going to be right this second. You should also know that I've asked Beans out on a date.
Oh, that's cool.
And she's agreed.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, there we go. It's out in the ether now.
So if go ahead.
I've just been figuring a bunch of things out. After I had time to analyze about what I was mad about, and when I told Keem, I needed to hear it from her. I needed to know that she was okay. I needed to know a number of things before I started like getting out of my head and started like doing some of the things that were fun, right? Mm-hmm. So what I've been trying to get to this whole time is that I've been reflecting on it all, and I've had the change of heart in a number of ways. So, like, I'm at the point where I get it, and I understand. I'm not saying all this was for nothing.
I get that.
It's very much not for nothing. Because if...
See, that's exactly. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Hey, shut up!
But it's huge, though. So I think the whole reason why you were so upset is because you had a crush to start.
I didn't. I very much did not. That's the narrative that's still making me upset.
Oh.
You can say it all you want. Doesn't make it true.
Okay. Sorry. I thought that was a good point. All right, go ahead.
I just... I can't keep my thoughts straight on this. I've had a lot of time to think, and and this is why I've reneged on it, okay? This is why it wasn't all for nothing. If I had to do all this over again the same way. I don't know. I don't know if I'd argue that the crash outs were worth it, but what was worth it was the compliment I got from Keemstar. What was worth it was the dating stream, was all the fun I had going on all the different shows that day. The point where it all went wrong was when it rubbed you the wrong way, and I'm adamantly sorry for that. I wish that didn't happen.
Yeah. Zay for the $9.99. Proud of you guys for both voicing frustrations. Thank you, Zay. Okay, so, well, I mean, I appreciate the fact that you let me talk it out with you. I feel like going forward, we're a good team as far as we piss each other off, and I think that's what makes the show work. Because we're very different. I like the dynamic of the show. I do understand that we need to come to a better conclusion as to what we are. But even though we had a good baseline where it was like, I brought the girl stuff, you brought the tax stuff, and we talk about it and vice versa. But I feel like we can move forward from this. I'm willing to continue doing this with you if you want to. It's up to you.
I never said I wasn't willing to. I do want to keep doing the show. I do.
Okay.
And I just... I hold on. I need people to understand how.
Hi, Zay.
There's no way CD's gonna drop some lore.
Right?
Going on a date with Beans, and we're not gonna talk about.
Right?
So I'm gonna need you guys to start talking about what the hell, how this happened, because
Dude,
that's
I was
the
waiting.
real tea.
Dude, I was
I'm
waiting for him to
trying
stop
to
talking.
get-
I was waiting for him to stop
God,
talking.
I'm trying to get there. You want to know? All right, fine. I guess this slots in. You want to know how we got here?
Yes,
Look,
very much.
I need the world to. I'm not asking for everybody's like forgiveness and love and tolerance. I'm asking for a little bit of their patience, because it takes me a little while to get here. I've explained numerous times how overly analytical I am. And what I'm finding out is that when I take the time to let those thoughts process and stop over analyzing, then I can start to kind of see things for a little more of what they are. So when I stopped over analyzing it and I started watching bits and pieces of that live, of the Lolcow live, where Keem and Boogie and Rastov are watching over the Crash Out episode. And they're laughing at me. They're like, oh, he's got a crush. It's so obvious. He likes Beans. It's so obvious. Like, it's not. I didn't have a crush. I maintain that I didn't want to mess with her. I maintain that this is all really, really poor timing. And by the way, I still maintain that it is. But I can see it for what it is. And you want to know the conclusion I came to, Clammy?
What?
Hey, this is funny. Like, my God, this is funny. I get it. I see the comedy. So when I finally realized that, and then you have Keemstar over here going, you need to ask her out. Don't be a bitch. Do it right now. You need to ask her out. I'm like, all right, Keemstar, you talked me into it, boss. I'll do what you say. I get it. Fine. And I do it begrudgingly because I'm like, I still don't want to do this. But Keemstar's telling me, and it would still be really good for the universe. And the worst thing she could say is no. I'll take a hit to my ego. But what if she says yes? That would be a lot of fun. I'd have a good time. We could make content out of it. Beans is cool. She gets it. Like, I go through all these things, and I think about it. So, I try to go on Dallas the next day. And I try to start messing with her. Unfortunately, Pupstar invited me to that show, so she's in on the whole thing. And she wants me to start messing with her. Unfortunately, that was bad freaking timing on that episode because they had decided to have beef with Nightmare.
Okay.
So I waited for maybe 20 minutes on that show for a good time to just actually start messing with her and bringing the funny. Couldn't find it. I decided, hey, I'm gonna go. I'm with my friends.
Okay.
Like, I go, hey, you guys figure this out. I'm at my friend's house. I probably should leave. So I spent more time doing shows that day than I was spending with my friends, just so I hope everybody understands my commitment a bit. I left. I let that go. I start hearing all the talk about a dating show. Like I'm talking about like, can I make it there? What time is it? What are we gonna do? Show. I tell Zay my availability. I said, here's what I got going on. Here's when it needs to be. They scheduled it for 3 the moment that I was leaving the house. Friends, so now I'm panicking. I don't know if I can make it here. All of this, by the way, after you had gotten done screaming at me at 3 in the morning. Just so you're aware. So because this all happens, you crash out at me. You ruin my entire good mood for the day, and I go to bed. I go to bed feeling awful, and then I wake up the next day and I hear that you had an epic crash out. I'm so depressed that I can't get out of bed. I felt awful about it. I'm talking to everybody in the Discord. I'm going, guys, what? I don't know how to fix this. I did wrong. I messed up. I feel really sad. I'm scared to do the show on Tuesday. I can't get out of bed. What do I do? Eventually, I find the strength at 11 o'clock in the morning to roll out of bed. And I get on with my day. And they go to do Dolls. And Dolls goes on late. They announce at 3. I left the house at 3. It goes late. It starts at 3:30. My friends who see everything I'm going through, they see how attached to my phone I am for the entire day. They are begging me, hey, like, you need to put this down. Please put this down and spend time with us. They're seeing it. They're going, this entire LCU thing is affecting you negatively. Like, please just don't get lost in this. They're asking me to take care of myself. It's happening. We're about to walk into the theater. I lie to them. I tell them, hey, give me a minute. I'm going to tell everyone to leave me the hell alone. I walk over to the corner, and I get on Dolls. So I go on the dating show. They bring me in. I flirt with Beans. I say, hey, you know what? Wasn't about it, but I totally get it. Let's go on a date. And she laughs. She's like, you know what? That does sound fun. We'll talk about it. We'll put you on in the next round. I go, okay, cool. I'm gonna go back into my movie. I don't understand the rules of the show. I understand that there's round 1 and round 2 in the same stream. I think that there's gonna be a second. So I go back in the movie and I shut my phone up because I am now just now at the stage where I'm like, I am done. Like, I am done. I'm with my friends. I am going off the grid. Everyone leave me alone. I am just tapped out for the day, and I need this to stop. So, I have that. Sunday goes by. I don't remember if I did anything Sunday. I don't think I did. No, I'm pretty sure I didn't. I was at I was listening to a couple of the streams throughout the day. I went to Niagara Falls Comic Con. I drove back home. I got back home exhausted, just emotionally and mentally, but I did that. Okay. And then I'm at work yesterday. Now, I'll remind you, what else happened over the weekend? Sweet Tea's talking her crap. Sweet Tea's, who's constantly going into the Discord and picking fights with everybody to get the attention because she's trying to be a host. I get it. I understand. I don't fault her for it. She's on Aussie with me the night before and she's flirting with me because she thinks it's funny, right? She's trying to practice. She's trying to get more out of her comfort zone. She's trying to get used to what comes with being a host. And I'm having fun with her. I'm messing with her. I totally get it. This falls back onto the, hey, you know what? I forgot how fun flirting is thing. Like, we're all having a good time. Not because we're trying to be hypocritical. We're just having a good time. So, knowing that happened, knowing that she's going to be the focus on Dolls, and knowing that inevitably my name's going to get brought up. Okay? Here's how this happens. I wait until they all start talking about me. And with chat's guidance, with Discord's guidance, because like I'm not stupid. I can see the matrix. So I have ideas on what is good content ideas and what isn't. So we all come to the conclusion of the same thing. Hey, you know what would be really funny? If I went on the dolls uninvited and I start flirting with Beans in front of Sweet Tea. Boy, that would be really hilarious, right? So I go... The look on your face. Yeah, I know. Think what you want. I go on the dolls. They're all arguing back and forth. I go on to dolls. I sidebar the entire conversation. Hey, Beans, do you know that you look radiant today? Like, absolutely beautiful. Stunning, like 10 out of 10. Nothing else in the world could possibly compare. And then I dip. I say that and I leave. I let it rip and I go.
It sounded like you farted and then you left. Let it rip.
Maybe something like that, but I just said that and I left. And then I let that simmer. And I watch Pupstar go off. I watch Sweet Tea roll her eyes, and I watch Beans go, okay, all right. And then I watch her try to refocus the. Yes, you have a question. Go ahead.
Did you know that after Sweet Tea put in the main, she put the note that said, she even tagged Keemstar in it that
I'm
said,
aware.
CD said that I'm the most beautiful
I'm
woman
aware,
in the
yeah.
LCU.
I'm aware, yes. I'm very aware of that.
What were your thoughts on that?
I tried not to get angry at her. I know that she's doing it just to stir the pot and get Keemstar's attention. I knew what she was doing. I didn't appreciate it, but I knew exactly what.
Yeah, but she rolled her eyes when you were talking to Bean. So do you think she was a little jealous too?
I mildly, I think she is. I don't know. I don't like speaking to other people as if I'm some big player in the universe. I'm very much not. Okay, I'm not suave, and I get it.
Well, no, but we're talking social cues. Based off the social cues, like if she was rolling her eyes, we're assuming
she might have been a little miffed.
We're speculating.
Yeah,
we're saying we're speculating.
Yeah.
We're not saying 100%, but based off of cues. All right, go ahead.
So I let that fester, and I wait another 10 minutes, or I wait for a little bit. I pull up my phone, I go to the Discord, and I go, hey, chat, I have a really stupid idea. So I let 10 minutes go by. I jump back into Dallas completely uninvited. My exact words to Beans. I go, who, by the way, is laying into Sweet Tea. Who's busy, like, trying to have a conversation, laying into Sweet Tea. I go in, unsolicited, and I rattle the conversation again. I go, hey, Beans, I don't think I can wait any longer. I just want to let you know that this lady got me here, so I'm going to start...
Your sound cut out. What did you say? Your sound cut out. Sorry.
I said, I go in and I say, Beans, I need you to know that I can't... The Latina heat that you're giving off is making me sweat over here. So I said, I'm going to start making reservations for a date, and I'm going to start budgeting for public transit. And I said, get yourself ready because we're going to paint the town redder than the red number you were wearing a few days ago. And then I dipped. I didn't even let her say yes or no. I just left.
Oh my God! Jesus! When you were uncuffed, you were wow!
The same thing happens. Pupstar pops off. Sweet Tea rolls her eyes. And Beans just goes, ugh. She just, like, I see the gears turning in her head. She just goes, ugh. And she goes, okay. You've broken me down so much that I don't know what else to say. Yes, I'll go on a date. We'll have fun. That's where it ends. So, that's it. That's the story.
That was a good story. That was good. So, where are you taking her? When is this happening? How close are you to her?
Stop. We don't know anything yet. When I said I knew that this probably was going to get taken wrong. Budget for public transit. What I meant was that I don't know where she lives and I might have to fly. So I have to, like, we'd have to figure that out, and we'd have to. There's a lot of logistical challenges that come. So neither of us know yet. We have no idea what we're gonna do. Honestly, I'm waiting for the news cycle to catch up with, to see what if Keemstar wants or feels the need to do anything about it. because he's in this too. He's been pushing this, right? So he's got a part of this.
Well,
So
I mean, I'm assuming he's not going to be there with you. You're
He's
going to
not
have to
gonna
do
be there.
the date on your own.
No. He's not going to be there, obviously.
He's going to be like
But if
texting him in the corner. Tell her that.
No, none of that. But if the boss, right? Follow me on this. If the boss, who has more money than he knows what to do with, wanted to say, maybe I could spare you a couple $100 so you kids could have a good time, and maybe I could set you up with a camera crew and we could record the whole thing for content. Maybe if the boss wanted to slide me a few deals and I wouldn't say no, right? I want the content cycle to catch up and feel like, hey, here's how I'll get involved.
Shit.
I'm not going to say no if he does that,
Dude,
right?
you're asking for the boss to fit the bill on your date? That's ballsy.
No, I'll pay for stuff, but like, if he wants to do us
she'll
both a
be
couple
a good
favors.
time and be like, yeah, I did that. And in the background, be like, thanks, Keem.
But you get where I'm coming from, right? The content machine, the content machine demands things, and it demands the kind of things that I can't perform and then have a date at the same time, right? If I'm gonna make the date fun, I have to keep my focus on the date.
It depends on how multitaskable you are.
I can multitask, but like there's things I'm capable of doing and there's things I'm in.
Yeah, it was a joke. It was just a joke.
Whatever.
So how do you feel about the whole thing though? Like, are you excited? Have you been in DMs since?
No. We haven't talked about it. We haven't said anything. Okay. I wanted to let the content. I wanted the news job, which, blatantly honest, got totally derailed by all the events of.
So, do you know what would be the cutest thing ever? Is if you did the Riz note, because that would be the last thing that would be the first thing that you would be able to talk to her.
You're right. I do need to do that, don't I?
And it's like a sweet little message from, All right, we're gonna full screen you.
Yeah, hold on. I need to think about this.
So we're not full screen. Okay, you gotta warn a bitch, man, because
I'm gonna warn you when I start.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I'm thinking about what I need to do next.
Thank you, Zay. I get it right sometimes.
Hold on, I need to take my notes. You can vamp for a little bit. Go ahead.
Lemmy gets wedding and talks down on CD for a measly date. No, I'm not talking down on him. I think it's great. I think it's wicked cute. I mean, if they're both down to be happy, I'm definitely happy for them. I think it would be wicked cute.
Oh, okay. You know what I need to do? I know exactly.
Oh, so you're telling me I gotta go watch Dolls after this? Hell yeah, go watch Dolls. Watch it like today. See how it all unfolds.
Machiavelli, you mean you haven't watched Dolls already?
Oh shit. Push.
Let's see. Oh, Restov, shut the hell up, man. Nothing's gonna happen.
On the day of the date, we will have a fire sale. Rostov, that's hilarious. All right, let me know when you're ready.
It's gonna take me a second. I'm writing out my notes.
Okay. Beans caught the bouquet but didn't know who she was marrying. Oh, that's true. That's true. So she caught that bouquet and caught somebody else's eye.
I've been thinking about a lot of stuff recently, and I have some I think I have another story I need to tell you after this is done. Okay. It's more about me than anything else, but I think it's kind of applicable.
Applicable? Why is it applicable?
Applicable. Applicable.
Applicable. Applicable. Applicable. Be applicable. I don't know. I plucked it. What is it? I plicked it?
Never mind.
Plicked it. Plicked it? Plucked it? I don't know. It made sense. Are you having trouble? Do you need help?
No. I got it. I'm just ready. I do better when I'm.
Okay, listen. I'm not trying to rush love. Okay, I'm not trying to rush love. I plucked it. CD's gonna in the end say I fucked it. I'm only kidding.
Don't put
I
words in
love
my
beans.
mouth.
I love beans very, very much. I'm not trying to. It went with it rhymed with pluck. Okay.
I think I got what I need. Are you ready?
Yes. 1, 2, 3, go.
Good morning, Beans. How's my most beautiful date in the LCU doing today? I'm super excited for our date, and I'm already working on the itinerary. I wanted to run the rough draft by you, so tell me how this sounds. First things first, smash room. I need to make sure you're okay, so I don't know how much leftover aggression you have, but we need to get that out of you. Let's go have a good time breaking. Secondly, go-karting. Let's go go-karting and run a few laps around each other, because we're going to be doing that for the rest of our relationship, girl. Third, dinner. Italian, Mexican, Korean barbecue. I'm having trouble deciding. What do you like the most? Fourth, probably rounding out with a night of awesome karaoke where I can wrap it up by pulling you on stage and being like, hey everyone, this is my date. Okay, bye.
Oh
You
my
happy?
god, that was so forward. I mean, go you, dude. I mean, go you. A little bit of go-kart, a little bit of smashing, smashing with them go-karts. Just don't smash into each other. You smash with each other, not under.
Stop. Stop.
It's too easy.
Stop.
I swear to God, it writes itself. It's not my fault.
Oh, wait a minute. Do you not know what a smash room is?
Yeah, I know what a smash room is. It's one of those things that they have all the glass and all the things, and you go in with bats and you just tear it apart.
Fine.
But,
Like,
but when you say smash, like back in the day, it was smash. It was like, they're smashing. Dude, it was a different meaning back when I was younger.
Yeah, I should have said rage room. That's on me.
I don't know if you have to worry about semantics. I think it was cool. I think it makes sense. I'm sure that she's young too, so I'm sure she'll understand what you mean. It was
Let me tell you a story.
okay.
And I won't take very long with this.
Okay, because we do have Gutsu waiting.
I know we do.
Okay.
And I'm not certain if we both have things that we have left that we have to go over or not. But
well, we promised we'd give you time to speak. But yes, I do want to hear you out.
when I broke up with my last relationship, I was really devastated about it. I felt like I had to do it, and it still really hurt. It was a tremendous level of pain that I knew I was going to have to live with for a very long time, and I was having a lot of trouble navigating. The only thing that I knew how to do was spend more time with my friends, and I tried to do that the year that I wanted to devote myself to trying to heal from my relationship and trying to get back on my feet and just do better. Part of it worked if I kept myself distracted, but there were an innumerable amount of things that year that went wrong for me. And when the end of the year was approaching, and I felt like I was finally getting back on my feet, my best friend passed away.
Oh no.
And then I had to learn how to navigate that. And I'm still trying to figure it out. I miss him every day. There's part of what makes me me is that I have a really hard time reconciling my feelings and my emotions. And I was desperate when he died not to get lost in an endless amount of sadness and depression. I was desperate not to get stuck in it. So the only thing that I knew how to do was just keep myself busy. And it wasn't healthy. It's still not healthy. but it was the only thing I could do. I threw everything I had at my job. I threw everything I could give it at work, just trying to chase after an opportunity for one of 3 seats that were open for a promotion that I wanted since I started the position. And I chased it, and I chased it, and I chased it for months, and I still came out empty-handed. And before I lost out on that promotion, I had an opportunity where I went to a church conference, and I just I sat by my. This is not me preaching to anybody, by the way. Like, please don't anybody think it is, and I'm only speaking for myself. I went to a church conference. I went to a prayer session. And I just kind of sat by myself, just with my head down, just trying to catch my breath, just trying to center myself, trying to figure my life out, because I was still working really hard at trying to figure out this promotion. And I was approached by someone I didn't know who wanted to pray for me, and she gave me a prophetic word that I wasn't ready. She said that she asked me if I was good with my hands, and I didn't really know what that meant.
Yeah, it's an interesting question.
I still don't quite. This is somehow, well, sometimes this is how prophecy works. I didn't know how to answer. I said, well, not really. I'm not a handyman, but I do work with my hands on computers and stuff. I like building and repairing. I like taking things apart to figure out how they tick. I do stuff with my hands, but I work in computers. I work in a network operations center. So I work less with my hands and I work more with mice and keyboard. And she said, God says that there's a promotion for you in this season. And it's like, man, that's my word of the day, right? Like, I start crying because, like, that's the thing that I've been waiting to hear for. And it didn't turn out to be what I thought it was, because I still didn't get the promotion I wanted. She says that there is a promotion in your season. And then she asked me another question that I'm not ready for. She says, do you want to work for yourself? Like, do you want to be self-employed? And I said, well, no, I thought about doing that many, many years ago, but I don't have any desire to do that anymore. It's foreign to me. I got that out of my system. The thought of working for myself makes me uncomfortable. And she says, God says you're going to get really uncomfortable about it really soon. And then she walks away.
She just leaves the truth bomb for you and then just skips the room.
Again, sometimes that's how prophecy works. And I didn't know what that meant. I didn't get the promotion. It upset me. I'm still upset over it. But it's the kind of thing that makes me reevaluate my life again. And you want to know what happened after that? I'm paid in the LCU on a 1099. What does that mean, Glammy?
It means that you got what she said?
It means I'm an independent contractor.
Yeah.
On a technical level.
Right. That's what she said. Is that you're going to work for yourself. You're going to be...
And what if that working for myself means doing what I'm doing here?
Well, that's a good thing, right?
In a number of ways, yeah, I'm starting to see it. So I needed to throw that out in the world because it's a lot. I understand it's heavy, but like it makes me wonder when I came back around if this is what all those words meant. If I was always meant to be here. And it's something, and I'm saying it out loud because it ties in on even on a minor level things I've been saying about just like thinking about the past weekend and the things that I was wrong about and the things that I did wrong and the ways that I did you wrong and the things that I'm sorry about. Because I truly am. On some levels, I wish it didn't hash out that way. I really don't. I can't say for certain that I wouldn't do it the same way again because, like I said, there was a lot of good that came out of it, bad, but so I can't look like Glammy. I'm sorry, I can't look you again.
You can't look me in the eye. Sorry, your mic cut out. You can't look me in the eyes and what?
I said I'm sorry if I can't look you in the eye and tell you that at the end of your road, that whole thing over again that I same way again because maybe we were supposed to and get to this point.
I think so. And to be honest with you, let's keep it a stack. Like, I'm not completely perfect. I've made mistakes too. There were things that I did that were not right too. I mean, I'm not completely unfaulted. I take some of the things you say, I take them wrong sometimes. Then I react. Is it perfect? No. Is it something I need to work on? Yes. Do I have a better understanding of what Keemstar was saying about needing to be a better host? I do. I think I need a little less monster drinks. I think I need to calm the fuck down. I need to concentrate on calming down instead of being this everywhere kind of person. Not everybody's going to like my takes. Not everybody's going to like what I have to say. Not everybody's going to like your takes. Not everybody's going to like what you have to say. But I do think we work well together as a team. You know what else works together as a team? Our crown. Ginger Snaps for the 5. Thank you so much. Working for
Ginger
yourself.
Snaps is our pay pig.
No, their crown.
No, he's not. He's our pay pig. Max is Corrupt is our crown.
Oh, right. Sorry, pay pig. Sorry. Thank you so much, Ginger Snaps. I for some reason,
we thank him for being a pay pig.
Working for yourself is amazing.
We appreciate you wholly.
If you have no, absolutely. Oh my gosh, Ginger Snaps is amazing. Working for yourself is amazing if you have those freedoms. I love running my own company versus working a W-2. I make it fun with my friends, peers. No, absolutely. Absolutely. Look, at the end of the day, and I'm going to bring Gutsu in a second. Sure. At the end of the day, I feel like thank you so much, Ginger Snaps. We love you. You're amazing. At the end of the day, I think it's important that we got everything out, hashed everything out. You know?
I hope we did.
Yeah, I think so. And I'm sorry for the things that I did. And again, I'm not sure that I would do things differently if I were to do it over again either. I think that's the beauty about these things is that we react the way we react. We can learn from them. We can grow from them. We can change from them and figure out how to move forward. But I like the way our show goes, and I like how you and I work together. I kind of sometimes wish you had more time to put into it, but I think I need to just let that go. I think Keemstar's right. The fact that you can roll out of bed in 10 minutes before the show and nail it, I should be able to do the same thing. So I agree with that.
I'm gonna try to like, and I promise you that I'm gonna try to put more. Like, I don't like the feeling that that I'm not doing enough here. And by the way, like, I never asked for anybody to praise me over you. Like, I'm just as bothered by people like going into our show and like dogging on you like every day.
Yeah.
I hope you know that if I thought that would completely erase the ire of the internet, that I would go in there in a heartbeat and tell them to stop. But the only reason that I can't do that, Glammy, is worse.
Yeah,
and I don't want to do that.
Listen, I don't need a savior. You're a co-host. That's it. You're a co-host. That's all you got to be. You don't got to be a savior. You don't got to be, I got Mr. Glammy, he takes care of me. You're a co-host. Just come do your job. Don't worry about me. My stuff is my stuff. Your stuff is your stuff. At the end of the day, we work on a podcast together. Okay.
All right. You understand that I'm not asking for all of the credit in this, right? I give you all the props in the world for putting up with me.
No, well, hey, and vice versa, buddy. Vice versa. I think that's what makes it interesting and work is the fact that we're so different, you know?
Right. I mean, and hey, shocker, we're still gonna make each other mad. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, for sure.
Hopefully I'm not gonna crash out again. I can't promise that I won't. But like,
Yes, I know you will, heck.
This entire show is gonna grain on both of our nerves. It's the nature of the business. So like, I don't know. I'm not gonna plan to crash out. But like, if something's bothering me, I'll probably wait till talk about it on the show because it's good content. But
and you know what? Zay made a good point yesterday when she said on Nerds that that's one of her favorite things is to air things out on the show. And I kind of feel like she's totally right. And I think I need to be a little bit more, I think I should be more open to doing that, you know? And let's bring up Gutsu because I know he's been waiting.
Yeah, go for it. I don't remember if I was supposed if I want to say something else.
Hi, Gutsu.
Hey, Gutsu.
How are you?
Oh, I'm fucking angry.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, bye.
Well,
hi.
I'm so confused.
Is my mic adjusted? Is like
Your mic's fine.
doesn't sound terrible?
I don't.
No, you sound good.
I don't think so.
Do I need to? Do I need to get a pillow? Like, do I need something I need to squeeze?
Dude, I feel like I need an adult at this point. Angel's Mama, 199. Thank you so much. Glammy, don't take this serious. Chill, girl. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Love you too.
What's on your mind, brother?
Yeah, it's true. Fuck meetings. You all go for about 4 hours. No, absolutely, Zay. Sorry, go ahead.
It's fine. I had to go through. I got to get dragged through absolute fucking dog shit because of you two. All right. I had to deal with a bunch of bullshit because of both of you because you couldn't fucking work this shit out on your own. I'm fucking furious. I am so fucking angry. I got attacked by the community. I got ripped fucking apart by Keemstar.
Oh.
I literally got called what was it? Oh yeah, I got called a professional coddler because I was trying to calm you to fuck down, Glammy. And then I legitimately, and the best part is, it was a stream that was planned a week in fucking advance. I went out, I wanted to make content. I wanted to do shit. I wanted to have some fucking fun. You know what I got? I got shat on.
I'm sorry.
Like, yeah, Jesus fucking Christ. I literally spent, I could afford buying the shit I was gonna use. That's not the problem. The problem is that I fucking put in so much fucking time and effort just to watch Glammy fucking freak out. I told my friends about it. I told everyone about it. And you want me to tell you what they see? For an hour and 30 minutes, they see Glammy freaking the fuck out because what you had to fucking do. Because you couldn't fucking back her up. And I get dragged through it all.
I'm sorry, Gutsu.
And everybody's saying, "Oh, we're so worried about Glammy. We're so worried about this." What the fuck, man? What about me?
I'm sorry.
I know, I appreciate you. You said sorry afterwards. You did. And I'll admit that. But everybody else starts commenting me, asking me, "Oh, how's Glammy doing? Is she doing okay?"
Yeah, I was gonna ask you if you were doing all right, brother. Honest and truly.
No, I'm not.
I did ask.
Yeah,
you if you were okay.
I don't think that was fair. I don't think that was fair, Keem, either. I thought that was vile.
Fuck Keem.
And I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to talk to you sooner.
Okay. I tried to explain this to you before too. I don't know if this is gonna make any sense, but
Say it.
So that was not a planned thing. Our stream was a planned thing. I was excited to do that too. It came out of nowhere. I was super duper pissed. I wasn't even sure I was gonna go live that day. I was ready to almost quit, which is something that I'm not usually about doing. But I was pissed, okay? So I got out all my feelings. Now, the moment that I hit go, gave consent for all of my feelings to be put as content. That is now giving consent that my feelings are content. So in that, doing that, there are a set of content-y guidelines. And even though, and you were being a friend, and I've said that, I know you were being a friend, but because I hit go, gave consent for my feelings to be put on, it was more important that we saw the happenings of the quote unquote content versus you trying to calm me down. Cause at that point, you're making content less content-y. which is what everybody at that point that I hit go cared about. So, behind the scenes, and I'm not even saying you're wrong. I'm not trying to invalidate you. I'm just trying to show you from a different perspective, right? Everything that you feel is completely understandable. I am so sorry you got raked through the coals. That was wrong. That's not okay. You didn't do anything wrong. You were trying to be a friend. You have been one of the most amazing people behind the scenes in the docket. And that was one of the reasons that I was glad you were there, was because of the fact that I was so thankful and proud and so happy that you've been on the docket. You have been my rock. You have held me up. You have put the show together with me. You have been a huge part of our team. Somebody that
Yeah,
I
you've been killing it, man.
really come to respect and care about. But the moment I hit go, I consented that all of my feelings and everything turned into content.
Yeah, Gutsu, I still feel really bad about leaving you to deal with that night. Like I told, like, when, like, Glam even said she crashed out on me like an hour for the show, and then she still had more to say, right? And then that left us both in the call, and I'm distraught beyond belief. I don't know what to do. Like I was, because like up until that point, I thought you guys were still good to have like that show that you guys. And I didn't know what to do. Like you were trying to console me, and I felt bad that you were doing that because I knew you were gonna get the brunt of her anger, and
Yep.
I didn't know what to do about it.
Yeah.
Um,
Final note. Hang on. Let me address Final really quickly. Final, no, you were a very, very huge part of our docket too. And I appreciate you. You were another part of the rock. I'm talking about after you had stepped aside, because Gutsu was doing it on his own at that point. But when you were a part of it, yes, absolutely. You had put hard work in, and I absolutely appreciate you and love you to the ends of the world as well. You were a big part of our team too. So Final, I give you absolute total credit on being on the docket and what helped the show go to. And I'm sorry if you felt that I dismissed you. I just meant after you had stepped aside. Okay, go ahead.
Not only that, I'm sitting there, and another thing that happened is, Glammy, I'm gonna say this. I think you're a fucking hypocrite sometimes, and I'll say the reason why I think you're a hypocrite. I'm sitting there in a phone call in the Nerds VC with you, Zay, fucking Brantley. I'm getting told I'm fucking annoying because I wanted to try to calm you down, and I get it. You wanted to make fucking content. I get it. It's the fact that you get mad that CD-ROM doesn't fucking back you up, but you didn't. You agreed and laughed with them and didn't back me the fuck up. Right there in that conversation, and I remember that.
I didn't say you were annoying. I didn't say you were annoying. I said at the time I was so angry I couldn't see past anything. On the stream, you could see it. I was so pissed that every time somebody talked, my eyes were bulging. I even told you my ears were ringing. Yes, at the time, I was mad. And then when you were telling me to calm down at the same time, the worst thing you could do to a woman is tell them to calm down. Now, also in the VC, I had also started out telling Brantley that you were trying to be a friend. I said
I didn't hear it. All right.
Zay even
I
heard
didn't hear
me
that
say
part. I'm sorry. Maybe I didn't hear that fucking
before
part.
you start coming up here telling me I'm a fucking hypocrite, Zay
Whoa,
even
all right,
heard me
hold on,
say
time out.
All right.
This isn't gonna work if you both start going at each other.
You're right. It won't.
We can't have that.
Yeah, no,
You're right.
well, that's a misrepresentation. I said that you were being a friend. However, we also understand what it was when I hit go. And then that is the worst thing you could tell a woman when she's heated and upset. There were people in the chat that told Mr. Glammy to come hug me. He knew better. He knew better. He knew to stay the fuck away until I calmed the fuck down, because that wasn't going to go well for anybody. I am not a hypocrite, and I did have your back. I told her that you were trying to be a friend, but I also understood what it was. So if you're mad at me, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
Want me to tell you something? I'm willing. I wanted to say how I felt in that moment. I'm willing to fucking move forward. That's the thing. I still want to work on this fucking thing. I like doing tech talk. I like talking with y'all. Okay. I'm willing to fucking move forward. I wanted to get how I was feeling because I've been thinking about this for about 2 to 3 fucking days after that entire fucking incident went through.
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah.
you're simmering, brother. I get it.
Yeah.
Yes, I am very I'm very sorry that you caught
Thank you.
strays. That was wrong. That's not, and I'm sorry that Keemstar hurt your feelings by calling you a professional coddler. But I think what he meant was the fact that when I was getting upset and I hit go, that was the content. So you trying to calm me down was just, I guess, in the eyes of other content creators, it's cucking content. In my perspective, it was making me even more angry because I am a woman. You told me to calm down, and that fuels the fire. And I was so heated. I couldn't hear anything else. You could see back on the stream. I was heated. And then when Zay came in too to tell me about my volume, that pissed me off. I'm not trying to interrupt you. Go ahead.
I still feel the way I feel. I'm still gonna fucking move forward and move past it because what the fuck else am I supposed to do? I'm not gonna just hold a fucking grudge for the rest of my goddamn life. It's fucking stupid. I wanted to just say how I felt in that fucking moment. And maybe I won't lie to you, maybe it's just because the way I was being talked about and it was just pissing me off more and more and more and more, and I just started getting the ring in my ears that you got on during the stream. Because I was getting that fucking angry in that call right there.
Yeah.
And another thing is, like, I know you say that, like, some women get the first thing you should ever say is calm down to a woman when she's angry. I know some women, sometimes that fucking works, sometimes it doesn't. I wasn't sure. Glammy, I barely even fucking know you yet. I'm trying to get to know you more as a person. CD, I barely even fucking know you.
No, that's true. And I didn't mean that as a generalization. I just know that a lot of women that I've talked to, feel the same way. The women I know feel the same way. I'm very much, it's very much that. But we even had a donation come in that night to tell Mr. Glammy to come in and hug me. And he knew that he had to wait. I'm a very much, if I'm exploding, I've got to be able to explode. I'm not trying to tell you that your feelings are wrong. You're valid in every way possible. I am so sorry that you felt hurt. That was not my intention.
I'm just gonna move past it. I appreciate the fact that you're saying you're sorry. I don't know right now how I feel, whether or not I can fucking accept that at the moment, just because I'm still a little angry. But I'm gonna move forward.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna fucking do.
Hey, Gutsu.
Yep.
I want to be your friend. Like, none of this Discord Lolcow BS. I want to be your friend.
All right. I'm willing to do that.
Yeah.
I want to be both y'all friends. All right. I'm gonna still be angry.
I really do.
Be your friend too. Like I have been.
And maybe
your
I'll
friend.
prod you a little more when you're not pissed off. But like, do you like again? I'm sorry.
Your mic's cutting out.
Please.
Your mic's cutting out, dude.
Hang on a second.
Jesus fucking.
I am the hype.
All right. Hopefully that's better.
Jesus Christ, I can't even take it seriously with the fucking Dragon Ball Z bridge thing. God damn.
Oh, it scares me every time. Every time he comes in, it's like, I am the, like, whoa, I'm up.
The hype. All right.
Dude, I'm a
anyway.
huge fucking fan. Sorry. Continue.
All right. So, where was I going with this?
You want to be his friend.
Yeah, I still feel bad that I was so exhausted that I all I could think to say to you was please be there for her, and then I left you to that. I had a lot of factors working against me that night. I hope you understand. Like I was already really nervous about staying up that late because I was like my friends. I woke up the next morning. My friends were upset at me for staying up so late, and I kept them up. With just doing the shows. So Rastov, you and I have problems because I begged you not to do that to me, and you did it anyway. So my friends were all mad at me for that. So thanks. We're gonna clear that with each other off the clock one of these days. But that was frustrating. I can only imagine. I don't know how much worse it would have been if I had said yes, if I decided, you know what, let me handle this and done the show with Glammy anyway. I don't know what the right answer in that scenario was. The only thing I knew was that I wanted to go to sleep. And that might have been the wrong answer, and assuming that it was, I hope you know that I'm really sorry for it. I felt really bad about leaving you in that position because I wanted the show that you were planning. Like that's what I wanted to see. That's what you wanted to see. I feel like that's what everyone else wanted to see. Great, here we go.
Hey,
What beef
Rastov.
you got, bro? Hey, Gutsu. You know what? Actually, first off, Gutsu, you know what? Big ups for fucking coming on and saying how you feel, man. I know you've been fucking seething about this for days, so
Oh, absolutely.
you still look mad. I don't blame you. Especially being in a VC with a bunch of people roasting the shit out of you would not have been a fucking fun time. So
Oh, absolutely.
No, you didn't, and you didn't deserve that.
No, you didn't
Nope.
deserve that. Anybody that's been in the VC with Gutsu, fucking back off. It's not fair. He was trying to be a friend.
You gonna tell Brantley that to her face, Glammy? I doubt it.
I did tell her. I did tell her in the
Joking.
VC.
I'm joking.
Well, don't
I'm
do
joking.
that to me. Don't paint that out. That's
Anyway, I'm not here to
right.
talk to you. I'm here to talk to CD. What beef you got?
I told you, I must have told you 3 times, like, look, this is not a good night to do the show. Not only do I not have my gear, but I'm not in a hotel. I'll keep my friends up all night. And that's exactly what happened. I changed rooms just to try to make it stop, but they still heard me. They were up awake just as long as I was, and they woke up the next morning angry at me. So
Okay. So you want to have this out with the person that put you on the show, right?
Huh?
You wanna have it out with the person that put you on Aussie that day, right?
Is that Keem's decision?
Who do you think it was? He wanted you to. His exact words were, "I want to see how he does with a real co-host."
Crap. All right.
Yeah, I'll let him know. I'll let him know that you have a problem, and I'll let him know that you want to hash it out with him. That's totally fine, bro.
Hold on. Let me.
I'm just.
No. I'm not saying I'm backpedaling. Okay. Honestly, Rastov, I'm asking you, what is the best way to go across this? Because I'm asking you because
shit. It sucks that you and your mates ended up having whatever happened, right? But you made the decision to do it. Just own the decision that you did it. You did a good job. It was a good episode, and
it was a lot of fun, but it was very poorly timed. I'm asking you that I just need to know that I want to be like when Keemstar tells me to do something, I want to be you got it, boss. But there are going to be times where I have to tell him, Keem, I would totally jump on that, but right now I can't. How do I go across that? And how should I have said that to you to say I can't do the show right now? This is not a good time.
I can't do it and go to bed.
Okay. All right. Next time I figured that,
it's how you do it, right? It's how you do it. If you're a dick about it and was like, fuck you, I'm not doing that, then like maybe.
All right.
Or maybe you'd respect it. I don't know. But just be like, because there's been times where he's wanted people to do that and they've been asleep or other things like that. You just roll with it and then
I just hope that I'm just trying to make sure that there's an appropriate way to tell Keemstar no. As in, not that no, piss off, I don't wanna. It wasn't.
When I figure it out, I'll let you know.
Oh, God, great.
It
wasn't a matter of no, I'm lazy and I just don't want to do it. It's no, this is a really, really bad time. I can't do this right now. It's gonna go wrong. And it kind of did. The show went okay, but like there were consequences to doing that I wish I didn't have to deal with.
What do you think would have happened if you had said no?
I don't know. I honestly and truly, I'd really prefer not to think about it. I know that I would have went to bed. My friends wouldn't have been mad at me.
That's literally all that would have happened. I get it. It's fine. Now I got another question. Actually, I do have a question for Glammy.
Yeah.
You have a lot of rage. I'm seeing so much rage out of you.
So?
I just want to know how you feel about it.
I mean,
is this like months and months and months of shit bottling up that's all coming out at once, or
yes.
Okay?
Because I tend to sit on stuff because I try to be like where I try to see that where I'm wrong, right? And instantly I always think that I am wrong because most of the time people come and tell me I'm wrong. So I assume I'm wrong. So I'll just take it and be like, okay, probably wrong, probably wrong, probably wrong. And then it'll keep bothering me, bothering me, bothering me, bothering me. But then I keep thinking, okay, well, I'm probably wrong. So then all of a sudden it goes, and then the whole
Well,
thing.
yeah,
goes
it's
on
almost
fire.
like what happened to CD today.
Yeah.
Right?
You're wrong for that. Rastov, one more thing.
It's true. It's true.
I know it's true. One more thing. I know it's your job to stir the pot a little, right? Everybody's in there, and it's your job to press me kind of where I'm a little uncomfortable. I totally get it, and I accept that. When I told you, when you said let's set the donation goal to get CD to scream when he has when in the middle of the night when he has a dono, I said, Rastov, don't do that. Like I can't do that. Like did you think that I was BSing you when I said that?
No.
Because you did it
scream?
anyway. No, but
Did
I
you
didn't.
scream?
But you set the goal anyway. I had to beg you not to do that.
Yeah.
And thank you
And
for
what ended up
recognizing, but, like,
happening?
huh?
What ended up happening?
You told me to do something else, which I was more willing to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying next time that happens, just do that until you renege.
Didn't that make it funnier?
It did make it really funny. I'm just asking. It was hilarious. Yes, I'm asking you.
Panicking about having to scream and then moaning like it was the, like it was the first time you got laid was fucking hilarious.
You son of a bitch. All right, I'm just making.
I think
I'm
what we
just making
learned from.
sure.
Go ahead.
I'm just making sure that in the future that this is the conversation or the way that we need to talk to each other. Like when I'm put in a scenario like that that's what we need to do.
Yeah, I think
can't physically make you do anything.
what we learned here is that
okay,
CD's got a price.
Hold on, you like legitimately, right? You are the only person that is going to allow yourself to push yourself to the limit, right? So if it goes beyond the limit, like screaming, you won't do it. And if you're not going to do it, I'm not going to harp on it for half an hour. I'm just like, fuck it. I'll think of something funnier. I'm going to think of something else that's funny on the spot. I didn't expect you to say yes so quickly.
Okay, well then let's work that way in the future, please. Where if I tell you no and I give you a list of really valid reasons why that's a bad idea, and I say give me something else to do. The one thing I'm just afraid of is everyone's going to start going CD scamming the fans. It's like, no, I'll do something else, I swear. But like, I can't do this. I have valid reasons why.
If I say $100 and CD twists his nipples, and we spend 30 minutes discussing why you shouldn't do it, and no one ever donates $100, that's a waste of 30 minutes. Now, if someone donates the $100 and you're like, I swear I'm not doing it, then we can talk about it.
All right, I mean, shoot, donate $100. I'll twist my nipples right now. What do you want from me?
What's your pickle? For Hundy.
See? So basically what this comes down to is everybody's got a price.
Yeah.
If
someone had a crown, you would have screamed. I'm just saying.
It's not that I have a price. It's that there are boundaries, and I'm just trying to be reasonable. Okay,
all right.
I want
all right, answer me this, because you are very, 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 very similar to myself. So have you done anything on this show, anything at all, that at the very beginning you said, I will not do that? Anything?
I'm actually curious about this.
No, nothing comes to mind.
Interesting.
I
seem to recall you refusing to. I seem to recall you refusing to do voice notes, refusing to take your hat off, refusing to put stuff on you, refusing to rizz up beans. So, let me ask you again, Mr. CD-ROM, is there anything at all, like anything at all, that you've said, I am not going to do that, and ended up doing it?
Okay. And anything that I say I won't do and have
straight
done,
up were like, I am not doing, and ended up doing.
Okay. On the side of I adamantly refuse to do this. No, I've said things that I'm like, no, I'm not doing that, and I've done them anyway because I let people twist my arm and I want to be funny, and there are moments like that, but part of it, part of it is I played up for the camera, sure. There's who doesn't?
I mean, it was
right?
rhetorical. I literally listed all of the things.
Yeah, all right, I get it. I
All
understand.
right, let me tell you all of the things I said I would never do. Right? Cut my hair, dye my hair, put food on myself, shave my mustache, shave my beard, fucking do all this other shit. Like
Eyebrows.
yeah, eyebrows. I am genuinely never doing that again because it takes so long to grow back.
All right, so yes, all right, you got a point. Thank you. I felt like I needed to have that ask in that conversation. Thank you. I get it.
Hey, totally fine. And the thing is, right, you feel more comfortable now to do these sort of things. And what's going to happen is we're going to look for the next limit.
Yeah, I know you will.
That's what makes entertainment.
But that's the fun part, is trying to find that limit. And then, like, in a year's time, you look back and you'll have, like, a mohawk and, like, a teardrop under your eye and being like, man, I never thought I would have done anything this crazy before.
What if we, like, got you to buy a horse?
You'll be rich enough to get plugs. and
Or fangs.
And after you spend like $10,000, we'll make you fucking shape it into a mohawk.
Wouldn't that be living the dream? All right, well,
Get, like,
all right, well, thank you.
Fangs put in, you know? Put fangs in your
Yeah.
teeth.
See, who knows? Maybe you'll be smashing a hole through your wall soon.
Oh, there you
God, I
go,
hope
yeah.
not.
At this point, fuck.
Yeah.
I hope not. That's just gonna be money I
That's
have-
a rental. I ain't doing that.
Well,
Yeah,
I think there's holes in your theory, Rostov.
I don't want to do it either. That's just stuff I'm going to have to pay to get fixed.
That
It's
it
not
would literally
worth it.
stop me from getting another rental, and I'm not doing that. So
Yeah, it's
Oh,
not,
you
it's,
rent.
it's not
Oh,
worth
okay,
it.
yeah,
There's,
yeah.
I mean, if you're willing to do it, fine, but I'm not willing to. It's not worth it.
Yeah, but if you rent, you literally can't do it.
No, he
Yeah.
physically can't. I just don't want to. It's my house, and I like how my house
I'm
is.
sorry,
Listen,
Big Baller.
Boogie
I'm
thought the same thing
sorry.
too. Boogie thought the same exact
Oh,
fucking thing, and then
so.
he still did it.
Okay,
Like-
well, Boogie makes way more than I do, so
You
some
never know
some-
what can happen.
It's
I
just
just
fun.
walls.
time.
I
It's
like
fucking huge.
doing epic shit just because it's epic shit. I just think it's
Right.
fun. I like to push myself beyond boundaries.
back
just
to
because
back
it's
to
fun.
Glammy's anger.
Why?
Now, do you think that CD has copped any of that repressed rage that you've had from other shows and co-hosts and things like that?
Where are you going
Caught?
with
Or-
this? Yeah,
What-
but
what word did
I
you
think
say,
it's
caught?
been. I think it's been vice
Caught.
versa. I think
Caught,
like we
okay.
both did it to each other. To be honest with you.
Oh, but I mean, like, you know, because you've had rage repressed for ages, right? Do you think any of the rage that you've had repressed got aimed at him at all? Like,
Wait, what do you
Yeah,
mean?
if none
you're,
of that-
you're painting
no, no,
this
it's a
wonky. What do you mean ages? Like how far ages?
So generally, like, if you cut me off before I get to the main part of my point, you won't understand what it is, right? So if I could just, yep, you good? Sweet. Fuck, no, I forgot. No, I didn't forget. So, you know how you had all this repressed rage? You're on Nerds, you're on Milkers, you know, you started on Rewind, tried Alpha Queens, all that crap, right? Do you think that had none of that happened, this situation would have gone smoother? If you didn't feel like you were getting fucked over again?
Honestly, because there's
Honestly, yeah.
there's two sides to this. I think partly yes, but the other part is I don't think I would have been as strong as I am either.
Ooh,
So
a twist I did not see coming.
so
Interesting.
even though it came out the way it did, I think that the ability to be as strong as I am, I think it was worth it. If that makes sense.
Interesting. Right. So it
Mm.
would have been different, but it would have been different because you wouldn't have been as strong as you are now to kind of handle it and actually push back. Interesting.
I think
Interesting,
so.
interesting.
Right? Because before I was very much
Yeah,
like
no,
not
makes sense. I
able
didn't think of that.
to say how I felt. I was worried to say how I felt. Like even when I was saying how I felt today, I kept looking at chat because I was terrified because I was like, don't hate me because I have feelings. You know, it was very much that, but it's getting to the point where it's like, this is how I feel. Hate me, love me. I really don't give a shit.
Hmm.
So I think
right.
I have been gotten stronger because of it all.
Nice. I'm proud of you, Glammy.
Thank you. I'm proud of me
Sure,
too. And I think that's a huge
should
deal
be.
because I don't think before I was. So
Now apparently Glammy is the man and CD is the woman.
Yeah, shut the hell up. All right, I'm not.
it's just a difference of a pair of heels and some mustache, right?
I'm not falling for it. All right, Rastov, I think we got a little bit of housekeeping to do. Thank you.
Hey,
you mind if
he's
we
a
bump
part
you?
of live. He's allowed to stay as long as he wants, bro.
I am
shit.
actually going to head off to bed, but I just wanted to jump up and just ask a couple of questions. So, CD, you're doing a great job. Gutsu, I feel like you haven't quite gotten your anger out fully because Clemmy did kind of cut you off while you were talking. So,
Stop
if
it.
there's more, no, legitimately, he was midway and she stopped him, and then he kind of lost his steam. So, if you've got, because you still look mad. So if you've still got anything left in the tank, get it out, right? Because otherwise that shit gonna fester, and in 5 months when you're on a show, some poor new co-host is gonna cop it like CD-ROM.
To be fair, he didn't get all of it. Okay, fine. Never mind. You're right. Okay, he's right. I'm not gonna make excuses. That's fine. You're right. I did cut you off because you called me hypocritical, and that really pissed me off. I gotta work on that.
You know what?
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, though. Yell at me. Go ahead. Go.
You know what? Respect. You know what? The fact that you at least fucking stood up for yourself, I'll give you some fucking credit there, Glammy. You wouldn't have done that a fucking couple of months ago. You would have just taken it. Respect on it, bro. I'll give you that. Like I still kind of feel that way, but I think it's just because I didn't hear half the fucking conversation because I was a seething fucking rage monster right then and there in that call. Like but I get because like you said how your ears were ringing, same fucking thing. It's so fucking hard to do it. Like it's so fucking hard, man. Like I don't want to be an angry prick. I don't fucking like it.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable, isn't it?
It's fucking extremely uncomfortable. It just annoys me because it bugged me. Dude, it was affecting my fucking job with how angry I was.
Yeah,
I'm a server.
Yeah, that's where it really becomes frustrating.
Yeah, like I make money being like I make my money serving people, and just like it was just putting me in a bad mood. Thankfully, I can still pay my fucking bills. I'm happy about that, but god damn, it just like I couldn't focus. I couldn't do anything because I was so pissed off after everything that happened. And listen, I will say some of that shit made me fucking laugh. Getting called the son of David Spade, that shit was hilarious. I fucking love that. Dude, David Spade's a handsome man. I'll fucking take that compliment any day of the week.
I can see why he said that too.
I can see it. No, I absolutely
David
can see
Spade's
it.
a very nice looking guy, so there you go.
Yeah, dude, I'll take the fucking compliment.
And he's funny as fuck.
You know, he is. I won't deny it. I liked him in Grown Ups 1, but Grown Ups 2 sucks absolute donkey dick.
Well,
All right, man. How you feel? You got it out of your system?
I'm feeling a lot fucking better. I'm still angry, but I don't think I'm just gonna loop endlessly and personally. I just don't see the fucking point in doing that. I'm gonna let y'all do your show.
No, I'm sorry.
Hey, we're gonna find a way to make it up to you, brother. Okay?
Yeah, we do appreciate you being on the docket team. We do.
Honest, yeah, we do. I appreciate. We can't do it without you. So thank you.
And if there's anything that I can do to help you to feel better, or anything I can do, please let me know.
All right, y'all take care.
You know
Have a good
what?
night. Best of luck on your shit. Yeah.
You know what? What about if we try? Because I have the 2 hours extra on the shows. Do you want to do the show that we were planning on doing, and then we can do it for the 2 hours on one of the shows if you like on a day that you plan it better. That way we could do the show that we planned.
Yeah.
I was gonna suggest the same thing to him, but I just wanted to know that he'll be okay doing that because he seemed pretty upset still. So you good with that, Gutsu?
Okay.
Because I actually got to go to work.
So let me know.
I get.
Let me know if do you want to do it today? Do you want to do it another day?
I'll do it another day. Right now, I'm gonna get some rest. I'm finally actually feeling fucking tired. I'm actually feeling like I can get some actual sleep for once.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So
But I'll be down to plan it with y'all. We'll work it out.
All right. Go rest, brother.
All right.
Y'all take care.
Thank you so much,
All right, see ya.
Gutsu. We appreciate you.
Bye.
Okay, 2 things. Housekeeping matters. Let's go over a few things, and then I have to go. And then you got the rest of the show.
Mhm.
First and foremost, there is a lot of there's a lot of feelings, there's a lot of emotions. Everyone's kind of stuck. We all don't know what to do with ourselves, but thankfully we can suggest what to do with your money, and that's by going to the Lolcow Tech Talk store and buying your Lolcow Tech Talk merch.
Now it's
Okay,
fair.
so I don't care to tell you how to spend your emotions, but you should reach deep inside your pockets and buy a what t-shirt, what tech support tee, or a 2025 signature t-shirt. I'm very partial to the signature hoodie. Mine is finally on the way. I can't wait until it arrives. Hopefully it's here today or maybe tomorrow. Or get a snapback hat, and the Tower of Glammy shirt is coming soon, along with the special windbreaker, which I'm not ready to show you yet because it is pending corrections. So when corrections are done pending, you will see what ours is going to look like, and that'll be fun. For now, grab some of the early items because we don't know if they'll be up here forever. Go get them. So that is that. Secondly, it's first of the month. So it is now the time to re-up your memberships. So we want to be we're going to have like a bunch of like really cool goals and stuff all month. There is already some really cool things coming this Sunday. We're planning to do a collaboration with Nerds. And then sometime in some other time in the month, we're going to play Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. Why don't I set the membership goal right now? The membership goal for the month is 200 members. And if you hit 200 members, we're going to dedicate an episode to Q&A. You've had a lot of time to meet and get used to Glammy. I've been kind of passing around the idea of doing a Reddit AMA, but I think we've come to the conclusion that it might be more fun to just do an AMA or a Q&A on Tech Talk instead and just dedicate an episode to it. But I need to know you want that. And I know that you'll want that if you guys go and reach deep inside of your pockets and drop 200 memberships in quick order. Okay. So that's that. 200 memberships, we get a Q&A episode. We'll do that. We are still working out a couple things about Timothy Wickberg. I see you. Oh my God. I will let you know. Thank you. I appreciate it. Now, back to what I was saying. If you guys want that, drop your memberships. We'll find other goals. We're still kind of working out whether or not we can do crowd control. I'm fielding whether or not I want to try to do a karaoke night. There's a number of things that we want to try to do. Okay? Not everything's worked out yet. We're still, last I knew, we're still back end working Glammy GPT. That's going to take a long time until it's ready. So just be prepared for it. Do you need anything else before I go?
No, I just want to tell you thank you.
You're welcome, and thank you. I appreciate it. You're doing awesome. Keep it up, okay?
So are you.
Everybody else, leave her the hell alone. Like, I didn't ask to take all the credit. She works hard on this show too.
Well,
so be nice to her.
I appreciate that, but I think that I just need to flat out get better.
Time will tell, okay?
It's not your fault that you're shining. I think that's a good thing. I think it's my fault.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't make. I know what you're trying to do, but I'm gonna feel really bad about it. Please.
But I don't think that you should feel bad about it. I think you should feel happy about it. I think you should be proud that you're doing good. You're excelling. I just flat out have to accept the fact that I still have more work to do and I still need to work harder, which makes that's not a bad thing either.
Well, I'm very happy about my success, but know that I want that to be our success, okay? That's where I stand right now. I don't know if Keem's going to move me somewhere, and I'm not going to have a say in it. I don't know. But until I know, all my effort is going into making sure this show does well. And that includes treating you correctly and making sure we have a good time.
Okay,
I'm going to tick you off on occasion. I'm sorry. There's still a couple things that I stand on business on. But until things are way more clear than they already are not, right now, my focus is putting on a good show and making sure that you're okay. And if I have to reaffirm you every day to make sure that you're good, I'm going to do that. So you're doing great.
Well,
all right?
Thanks, CD.
What do I do every day when we're done, Glammy? What do I do every day when we go off live?
Tell me that I do a good job. But I think
okay.
I think the important thing is that we support each other.
Yes.
So it's if you could hold me and lift me up, let me do the same for you without feeling guilty about it because you deserve it.
Okay. All right. I'll take that in consideration.
Okay.
You got
You're really
another 90
good.
minutes.
You're a really good entertainer, CD. And I'm really proud of you. You deserved all the credit that you got. You did. You do.
I will find it in my heart to believe what you're saying one of these days. I just don't know if that day is today.
Well, then if it takes every day for me to reaffirm you, then I will do that too. See, it works both ways.
I'll learn. I'm my own worst critic.
Me too.
All right, great show. I had a lot of fun. You got another 90 minutes. Rock it, girl, okay?
Yep. All right, thank you so much. Have a
Be good to her. Be good to her, guys. I hear mean things. You are going to get the brunt of my rage. All right, I'll see you.
Thanks, CD. All right, bye. Okay, so I guess we're on me. So today, so my thoughts for this whole thing was that I thought that we would go through the crash out that I had and kind of look at pretty much bit by bit so that we could go through it to kind of see where my side of things were, see where I think that Keemstar was right. Also kind of explain where I was coming from. I don't know if you guys are interested in that, but I figured that would be where we'd start. I also am on not tech. I'm also on cafe after this as well. So as soon as this is over, cafe will be going and then I will be able to meet you over there too. So we have 2 hours to do this. I thought it would be fun. Let me set this up. I have clips and stuff, but I feel like maybe we should just kind of go through the whole show, like as a move through. Let's see. Let's see if I can find it. Da-da-da-da. All right, so it was this one. Okay. So this was a lot, bro. The feelings that I had were crazy. Not all of them were right. I definitely understand that. And I think a lot of it was just raw emotion. And like we was talking about with Rastoff, that I have a lot of things that I just kind of sit on. I try really hard to hold in my feelings. I didn't listen to what? The difference is Glammy didn't listen to CD when he said no. I don't know what you're referring to. I very much listen to CD. It just depends on if there's a goal that comes up. What am I gonna do? So I just kind of did the goal. I don't think that's fair to say that I don't listen to him, but you're definitely free to have your opinion. Okay. How should we do this? Should we just do this as a share screen dealie? Okay. All right, I guess we could do it this way. Okay. So this is where this started off as far as what Keemstar had said that had set me off, and he kind of goes through it.
The only way I'd be able to watch that show is if it got moved to prime time. The only way it would get moved to prime time or a time where I'm awake. You just got it done.
Yeah, it should be reading, but it's got a cuss word in it. It says, hold the fuck up. CD has the cure for ADHD? Keem, close down the LCU, sell the formula, and retire on Mars.
True. Oh, no, I don't have cure for anything.
Dude, he's literally going to be like, jerk off. He'll fix it.
Take 5 sips of beer and 12 yanks of dick.
Hey,
okay.
Wait.
All right, let me just do this. Because I don't have this in order the right way. What happened is Glammy talked during CD-ROM's Riz message to Beans. And remember, I fucking ranted and complained about it on this show.
Okay, yes, I did. And even Rastoff went back through it. I was doing a challenge while CD was getting ready to do his situation. And I feel like I didn't have enough time to prepare sometimes, because sometimes he'll just kind of go just as much as I sometimes just kind of go without having any type of preparation or whatever. However, seeing as I should have paid more attention to the fact that his Riz note was probably way more of the content than drawing a fish on my face or whatever. So the point that I needed to take away from there is that I should have waited. And Keemstar was right about that point, and I get that. Okay.
Saw it yesterday, I believe. All right. Well, I also ranted and complained about it on fucking Rewind last night. I said, Glammy's not a host. She has no idea where she's at. She's just lost, right? So then she called into Rewind, and we got into a little bit of a spat.
So you mean to tell me during Tech Talk, right, when Rastov was managing, that you didn't fucking take up everybody's time and energy privately behind the scenes with all different types of...
One time as a crash out, that's the entirety of the whole entire thing that you're looking at is one time that I was
All
completely
right. Well,
overtired.
Glammy, I need you to do me a huge favor. I need you to do me a huge favor moving forward. Stop caring about fucking Glammy and start caring about the people watching your show.
That hurt too, because I really seriously thought that I was caring about, because I put a whole lot into what I was doing. I seriously did think that I was caring about the content, but I think the whole point was I wasn't focusing. And I think that's what he was trying to say, was that it was very much not focusing. That I do need to work on. I'm telling me that I need to stop caring about Glammy. I think I just heard it wrong, you know? But I think he's right. I think the baseline is I do need to calm down. I do need to stop drinking 6 monsters a day. There's got to be a lot more focusing on conversation versus chat. Now, a lot of the times with the chat, I don't want you guys to feel ignored. So a lot of myself, when I look over to the side, I just really want to make sure that you guys understand that I'm here for you. So when you say things, I want to address them. Is that the most appropriate time? No. I need to practice more on focusing on conversation and getting to you guys after. But I always never want to make you guys feel like you're being ignored.
Thank you.
Okay.
Glammy.
Yeah.
Good show last night. I really enjoyed it.
I'm glad you did.
She was not happy about that, which this caused a complete fucking meltdown. Okay. This is crazy. This is probably the most insane stream I've ever seen.
It was like a 2-hour crash out before the stream just to get her to go live.
Yeah.
Okay, that's true. I ended up freaking out. I was so heated. I was screaming at CD. So it was not like out of nowhere too, because I was very much like yelling at CD as well as the whole docket team. So everybody was in the call at the same time. I was very upset. That went on for about an hour before I even got to live. Now, context in between this, yes. Can I be exhausting? Abso-fucking-lutely. And like Rastov was saying about how all these things and all this pent up stuff was going on from before. That yes, holding on to worrying about being fired was very much a big deal to me. That kind of held me back as far as moving forward. I was very much in my feelings about it. I was always terrified that it was going to happen again because it hurt a lot. I always saw it as a failure. I always saw it as I wasn't being good enough. It was a big deal to me. It hurt a lot every single time I got fired. Plus, two, when something like that happens, you get torn apart for it too, right? You get all the heat, you get all the blowback of everybody telling you suck and why keep doing this to yourself, let it go. But it's something that you're passionate about, right? So if it's something that you want to do, you're not going to listen to everybody who says stop doing it. You're just going to keep powering through and try to make it better. I don't think that. Sure, there are some people who could wake up out of bed and I'm sure that they're just fantastic entertainers. It comes naturally to them, bada boom, bada bing, right? That does happen. But I think there's a lot of room for improvement and a lot of people can have, it takes time to figure out where the balance is, honing your craft and things of that nature.
It's wild. All right.
Yeah, I was pretty upset.
Because I respect you. Why don't you try doing the same for me?
Yeah, I very much felt like I wasn't being respected, but I don't think that was right now just because of the fact that I feel like he's been very respectful of me by even giving me the chance to grow at all.
Now I understand that it's not considered that I don't deserve to be here, and it's only because of your generosity that I am, and I take that very seriously, which is why I'm so heartbroken and hurt. This show doesn't go unless I put it together. Yes, I'm a ditz. Yes,
The show doesn't go unless she puts it together. Is that true, Rostov? You manage them.
Okay, that was that was probably an over exaggeration. It felt at the time that the docket team and I work close. Well, Gutsu and I work close together as far as like making the show happen. So I very much thought that you have to be so super hands-on on your show. I wanted to be hands-on on the show because I wanted to put all the work in, because before I wasn't seeming to be putting in effort, and everybody was saying put more effort. So I thought that being very hands-on into the docket and making sure that you're doing everything all day long, concentrating on it all day long, was the way that it went. Because it meant that you were doing the work. Okay, so this is what so me and Gutsu, I would very much come up with topics as far as my topics to talk about. That's why I felt that way. Clearly, I was wrong.
Is Glammy putting the shows together?
There's still a disconnect between what they believe the show is and what the show actually is, right? So she does put shitloads of work behind the scenes into like their docket and stuff. But what I've been trying to hammer home to them is that they are the show and the docket is an add-on. Like,
yeah, I get that.
You couldn't just replace two.
AKA spending all day on a docket that takes normal people 1 hour to do. Right. So now I
she
get
does do
that.
work on that all day, and he does show up like 10 minutes or 30 minutes before the show every day, because he's got a real job,
Right.
a real life job.
I wish I could turn this volume up. I don't know how to.
Okay, that sucked. Okay, that so super sucked. So my OBS ended up having like an update. Okay, so all the sounds were all fucked up. I had no idea because my computer also had an update too. I believe Discord had an update. All the things had an update all at once, and I had done it 20 minutes before I went live. Did not realize that my levels were off, coupled with the fact that I was so angry that I was not paying any attention to volume levels or whatever. I was just so super angry. And that's why one of the things is too that I said, this doesn't count. So there's a point where Zay comes up and she says volume and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, this doesn't count. And I meant because of the fact that I was so super angry, I couldn't concentrate on anything else. Now, there is a little bit of looping in here because of how angry and +2 I loop anyway. I got to get better at that. So we'll try to skip through those parts.
This is infuriating.
Okay.
Isn't there like a...
that I'm horrible in the background. Well, that's a bitch
said she
thing
was
to say.
horrible.
No.
Because I had one...
Yes, you did. Yes, you
I did not say she was
You
horrible. No,
defended
I said
her.
that she gets in her own way because she is worried about being fired way too much.
Okay, Glammy is the most time-consuming, taxing person behind the scenes. All right? She'll get you on a call. She won't be able to focus. She'll say, I want to do this and I want to do that and da-da-da-da, and nothing gets accomplished. No shit, Glammy works on a fucking docket all day. You want to know why? Because Glammy can't focus to get work done. You know how long a docket should take? 30 minutes. But for Glammy, it takes all day. Does that mean Glammy's doing more work? No, it means Glammy's not capable.
Okay, that's fair. That's super fair. I get that now. I'm working on it. Okay, let's see.
And wants the credit for it. And says he has my back when he raked me through the coals while Keemstar's...
Boogie's so pissed off that he made a point and nobody acknowledged it.
You started playing the video again. What was your point, Boogie?
You didn't even hear my fucking point.
He's
I
so
did. I got
pissed
distracted
off.
by seeing ones.
Oh, so Rastov
Motherfucker,
got distracted by seeing ones. It's not just me. All right, we got Michelangelo. Let's bring him in. Hey, Michelangelo, what's up? What's up?
I'm here to fill in for Gutsu not being here.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fun. I mean, sure. How's everything? How is the test stuff going?
The first like 2/3 was a little bit rough because they were handling the Grim situation.
Right,
But
which is fair.
Yeah, towards like the last 40 minutes, I think we got to try to like fill things out and see what our dynamic's gonna be like for the week.
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing that when I was watching, I was noticing that you weren't really giving Nightmare too much pushback when you were saying, "Well, where's the?" What were you asking him? You were asking him about the short bus,
Yeah, like the
the border.
overlay and like and like the song intro. Like he used a old test intro song.
Well, you're the manager, right? You should be able to be like, "No, this has got to happen."
Well, he used the excuse that I was a co-host now, but now Rastov put in the announcements that I'm both co-host and manager. So
I
I'm
know
kinda
that's
like
right. There you go.
Yeah.
You get in there, because that's what it
Yeah.
was at first. Was that you were being the manager, because that was his punishment, right?
Yeah.
So why did he
So
think it changed?
I think the Grim situation changed everything for today. So it's like a reset, and I'll
Oh,
still
gotcha,
have
gotcha.
I'll still have the week as manager / co-host. But the real short bus will happen tomorrow.
Well, that's good. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've all the my nerd friends, they've been I have my own little Michelangelo short bus docket. They're all making songs and they all want me to do like 10 different things.
That's so cool. I think it's good to have a team behind you. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
So have you talked to Nightmare about some of the things that you want to work on, or?
Yeah, we were gonna do like a Zay Appreciation Day thing.
Oh
before the Grim
shit!
sit-
Whoa!
Before the yeah.
Tell me about that. How
That's
did that come about?
well, Rastov, he's part of Discord friend, and he's part of the group chat that was me, Grim, and Nightmare, but it's now just me, him, and Nightmare now. And he's also on my little short bus docket team. Um, so he had the idea for the Zay Appreciation Day because he thought that would be really good, and a lot of people agreed. So it was gonna happen, and I think I was on Cafe yesterday. I went up and said that, but I was only up there for like a minute, and so I think I don't think it's not gonna be today, but it might be like Wednesday when we do the appreciation day. I think we're gonna do I have to look at the I think we might be doing a Nightmare's getting his tattoo right now on his. He's getting a like big chest piece.
Whoa!
And he's gonna do
like today?
Like yeah, right now he's waiting
Shit.
outside. Yeah, he was in the short bus VC, like sitting outside the tattoo place, waiting for his friend to show up to tattoo him.
He's gonna get another one. What is this one?
It's like I think like a dragon, I think he said, and like a dog, and like a deer stag, like kind of some kind of deer thing, like it's
Like
gonna
the
have,
Harry
big,
Potter Patronus kind of thing?
maybe, I don't know, I didn't ask him if it was Harry Potter related.
Oh,
but
because I think of like stag, reindeer. I don't know. Harry Potter Patronus comes to my brain. I don't know why.
I don't think so, since it has like a dragon. I don't think there's any dragons in Harry Potter.
No, there isn't there. Yeah, there's dragons, right? In the
I don't maybe
in the
I've only
bank. Aren't there dragons in the? There's a dragon in the bank, right? Isn't that?
maybe.
Or am I thinking
I've
Lord
only
of the
seen-
Rings? Am I stuck on Lord of the
I've o-
Rings? I feel
I
like
don't
there's
know,
one in Harry Potter too.
The
but I'm
the
not
chat
sure.
will have to tell you, because I've only seen like the first two, and then like I think part of the third movie. I'm not. I kind of fell off when I got older.
Thank
with
you.
Harry
Thank you,
Potter.
Schizo Spud. Yes. Okay, there is dragons in there too. I know there's one in the
Okay.
Goblet of Fire, but I'm thinking of the one Mr. Pac-Man, CD flirting with beans is sexy as fuck. Oh my goodness. Yeah, final. Thank you. Yes, Goblet of Fire.
I was there on the doll stream when that happened.
Oh, you were?
After I was on for like I was on for like a little bit, but I was sitting there because they were like having an argument and stuff, and then because I think Beans like started kind of having like a mini crash out, and she was getting mad, and then I was like I was talking shit or something. Like Twiggy was there just like messing around and at his like car repair job or whatever he's doing.
You
And,
mean to tell me you were talking shit? No. Not you.
No, I would never. I'm the nicest little
Never.
boy.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So what were they upset about? What was Beans upset about?
I think it was the sweet tea. Like, they were talking about the test situation from like 2 or 3 weeks ago when she came up with her kid, and they're like Pup and her were like, "Oh, you shouldn't have your kid on stream. You need to protect your kid." Blah 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 blah. And like Pupstar is eating and stuff, and then so they were doing that, and then I was like, "Pupstar, you shouldn't be eating on stream." I was just like poking the bear.
True.
And
Well,
then
I mean, do you agree with that statement though? Because I do. I think that having your kid not on stream is a very much of a good idea.
Well, yeah.
The way you
yeah,
said it came off so like no,
No,
like
no.
she just
No.
said, why do you have to
No. I said the thing about her eating on stream. That's what I was poking fun at Pup for, because she kept getting mad, like, "Oh, I'm not allowed to do that," and then she has like a Capri Sun, and she's like drinking it like aggressively.
Yeah.
And like whatever, and so then like because like Beans is like, "Oh, you're just sitting there like a log," like the like old school like Keemstar said that to me like a month ago or two or like 3 months ago or something. Like that's like a Keemstar line, and I was like, "Okay, well you said I was sitting here, so I'm doing something now." And then whatever Pupstar whoever kicked me, and I was like, "Okay, whatever, fine."
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think about the whole CD-ROM Beans thing? Because he was very like, what are your thoughts on the whole? Have you? Because you've been in the chat for quite a while,
Yeah.
watching the stream today. What are your thoughts on the stream today? No, we'll put it like this: okay, what do you think I was in the wrong for? What do you think that CD was in the wrong for? Let's put it that way. Try to put it in categories so we can figure out like what makes sense.
I think, yeah. I think some of the stuff that like happened to you, like, I don't know, like Keemstar said, like, "Oh, all right, you just watched the docket thing saying he's talking about the docket shouldn't take all day." Like, I think you already kind of like, yeah, that like it shouldn't take you all day to do the docket. That's kind of a minor thing.
Yeah, I get that one. And I understand why
Uh,
he was saying I wasn't a host, because a lot of the
Yeah.
times, like, basically he was saying that I don't know what content is,
Yeah.
but I'm starting to get it. And then watching him react to the crash out kind of put it in perspective for me. Because even though I
Yeah.
felt bad that it hurt Gutsu that he was kind of dumped on, I could see where Keemstar was coming from.
Yeah.
Because when I'm looking at those things, I'm trying to figure out how to be a better creator, a better host. So it wasn't really thinking about like humanity side of it. But yeah, I do
Yeah.
feel bad that Gutsu was hurt. That was definitely not my intention. And I feel terrible. He was dragged through the mud. And that should
Yeah.
never, ever, ever, ever be the case. But I could see where Keemstar was coming from.
Yeah. I mean, it's a learning experience.
Can you see where Keemstar is coming from, or do you think Gutsu is
Yeah,
right?
no. Well, I think Gutsu is right about like that, like, oh, you got dragged, but I don't think it's fully your responsibility to be like, okay, I have to shield you from everything that's happening in the LCU. Like, you already have to do like a show and do calls and do everything else. Like, the docket team is there like voluntarily. Like, if it was too much. He could have just said, "Okay, I'm done now." But he decided that he wants to keep going and he wants to keep working. So I think that's good that he wanted to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I do too. I thank him very, very much for continuing to do the
Yeah.
docket, even though he was mad. That was amazing. Gutsu was an amazing person, and he's an amazing
Yeah.
friend, and I've loved working with him.
Yeah.
I felt so bad that happened.
Yeah.
The secret rival, Glimmy, you need an intervention to seek professional help. When did you actually get your license in therapy? You have no right to make that claim, but that's cute.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah, people get to throw around the therapy card.
It's so weird. It's so weird to me.
Yeah,
So, oh, go ahead.
yeah. So, I think, yeah, like there's a bit of like on your side, they're like, oh, CD got credit, blah blah blah. Glammy's not a host, blah blah blah. But like, I think you already kind of like before CD left, you kind of like let him know, okay, fine, I understand that like you should still get credit, but then on his part, he has to work on I think it too, like, as me and him kind of are both doing the autism thing where it's like, oh well, I couldn't take a compliment because I can't process it. It's a different for him. Beans is the same way. She'll be on there and say that like, oh, I don't want you to compliment me. I'd rather you make fun of me. So it's like some people they have to take compliments in like, I don't know, like a weird way.
Well,
And
even CD, he was having a hard time taking compliments too, because even though it was very, very sweet of him to say, "Hey, I'm gonna hold you up. I'm gonna tell you you're doing an amazing job. If you need me to do that to you every
yeah,
single day, I'm here for you." I love that. That's really sweet. But for me, I want to be able to do that for him too, because I think that's
yeah,
important to be equal and holding each other, up. I don't want him to feel like he's got to coddle me, but then like
yeah,
I'd rather support each other as far as being a host equally
yeah.
versus, you know.
I don't think every day you have to like be like,
No,
okay,
I
I
don't
got
think
your
so either.
back.
Yeah,
I
no,
think
no.
maybe like a couple times a week is good.
I think it was like, kind of like after you get off the show, you'd be like, high five, great job, that kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean? But I feel like it's for both. But he does,
yeah,
when I was saying that I wanted credit, I think I was really looking for, you've come a long way. And I'm really proud
yeah,
of you for coming as far as you have. Like maybe you're not arrived or whatever, but I see the growth. I see that you're
yeah,
working really hard. I see that. That's what I think I was looking for versus no matter what happened, it was very much around CD. But however, I do understand that now too, because watching it back, Rastov is
yeah,
even saying he had more clippable moments. That
yeah,
made sense. People were watching based off of CD's clippable moments, which I could see. So I think maybe the whole thing was I was in my feelings about it.
yeah,
I think I did have valid points and criticisms in there too, but around those certain things, I think I might have
yeah.
been a little
I th-
amiss.
I think you have to like separate some of the like feelings because you're here having fun, but it's also a job. So like at the end of the day, you like not everyone can be your friend, but they're your coworker or coworkers, like whoever else. And CD, he's at the early stages, like, cause Billy, I don't think it was last week. He said that like Glammy's the veteran, he's the newbie, so he's like uh kind of where we're at, kind of like in the middle of like being on Rewind and then on to like Mafia Milgers. He's kind of in that stage, so he's still trying to find his feeding before he can like say like, oh, I can actually do this. So I think he just needs more time and a little less pressure on his shoulders that he'll get there. He just needs to
Absolutely. He's
he needs
amazing.
he just needs to see it on his own and on his own way that he'll find it. Like he said, he'll find it in his heart, his own way that he's doing amazing. He'll get there one soon enough.
Definitely. I think so. I think he's a really good entertainer, you know? I think that
Yeah,
I think that he definitely has to work on confidence for sure. But
Yeah.
I think a lot of us do, you know? I definitely do, you know?
Yeah.
I think that's very much like that. What was your initial thoughts? What did you see? Were you there when Beans and CD asked Beans out?
Yeah, I think that happened right after I was kicked.
Right
I
after?
I don't know if I remembered. I might have already forgot because I think I was up and I stayed up for nerds and then went to bed, so I might have forgot that part. But I think Keemstar and I don't know if it was Rastov. I think they are right that he does have a crush on Beans.
That's
And
what
he's
I
not-
I thought so too. I
he's not-
think that's the whole reason why he was. He's gonna tell me no, but I think that was the whole reason why he was so super
Yeah.
upset about it. I think it was just too close to the bone for him.
Yeah, I
You
think
know?
it's kind of like similar to like the little drama that I've been in recently, where like at first it's kind of funny, it's a setup, it's a joke, but then he thinks about it and like he's not on here and he's asleep or whatever, and he's at work and he's thinking about it and he's like, oh well, because he said he likes short little like skinny girls and Beans is really small and short, so that's probably his type. So he really does have feelings for her, but he's kind of trying to hide behind the fact that Beans just broke up out of a 7-year relationship, and then you have the whole Grim situation from yesterday. So
Yeah.
there's things that are piling up, but now he's trying to like say like, well, I asked her out, she said yes, and it's going to be content. So that's like um his like little safety net in his head that like it'll be okay because it's for content.
See, that's what it looks like to me too, but he's in the chat saying no. I mean, and maybe I could be wrong too. I could possibly be wrong too, but
Hey, this is just an autistic guy's opinion, and I'm not the guy to give relationship advice because I'm not in a relationship. But from another autistic guy to another autistic guy, this is what I'm saying.
that's fair. Okay, do you want to watch this with me or?
Yeah, we can do your
All right,
whatever you
cool.
got on the docket.
This was what I had planned just because I thought it was interesting.
I was saying that even when she's not being entertaining, she's entertaining. This guy is wrong. He hired her to be a lolcow, and she's very effective.
Yeah,
at
when
being a
she
lolcow.
tries to be entertaining, she's not. When she just lets her fucking ADHD go, that's why I didn't want her on the OBS, because like she can't like lead the show. I wanted him to do it because he can multitask and do both, and she can be the fucking retard off to the side that keeps the.
Okay, to be fair, I feel like thanks, Resta, for the way you put it. Yeah,
He's
no,
not wrong.
I know, but like at the same time, I feel like I have been getting better though with the double multitasking stuff, because I was gonna give him the OBS. He was doing the OBS. He did it a couple times, but his internet wasn't holding it, so he wasn't able to.
Yeah.
I had asked him in the morning, be like, hey, are you cool with running it? And he was like, no, I can't. I was like, okay, cool, whatever. So I would just do it. I feel like being forced to a lot. I think eventually it just, you do get used to it. And I feel like I'm getting used to it.
Yeah.
You know? Get Rastov on point. You're silly.
People entertained in the way that she does it, but she's so focused on if she doesn't have the OBS, she's going to get fired.
I was.
and
I'm not
replaced,
so
that
focused on that, though.
And I know his internet's crap.
Like I was very, very much focused on that, but I'm not as focused on that now because of the fact that I get it. It was just the fact that his internet couldn't hold it. So that's not the case anymore. It's true before.
And 12 cents. Tina in chat dogging on Glammy. Maybe sell her some Adderall?
Oh my god, Tina's so mean.
Oh my
Yeah, she dunks on everyone.
Oh my god!
Except for like Billy and Xylee.
Mel drops fucking
God
crazy,
damn, Mel.
crazy,
Jesus
crazy
Christ.
donations into fucking shows and shit like that. Mel is amazing.
Bro, this Discord has so much fucking value. So look.
Okay,
if
he
you're on
talks about
Bandworld-
the Discord a lot.
Ended up on Rewind, but you got to see the first 30 minutes of it exclusive on the fucking Discord. I have seen Glammy just before this get into chat, bawling her eyes out, crashing her out. Plus, there's just like a good community over there. Over there on like nerds, they fuck around. and play
Real
D&D,
quick,
get a jerk.
Boogie.
Oh yeah, I've crashed out in VC
Brian
before
from the farm
for sure.
is now joining the Discord. I'm telling you
And
guys,
I have clips of this,
It's
but my
not a
clip
grift.
person ended
Our
up saying that they were
Discord
gonna
is
like clip like a
nonstop
million times
entertainment,
over.
bro. I think
So they were
CD-ROM is
trying
outshining
like.
her.
No, he's just sitting there.
Pablo, thank you so much for
Oh my
becoming
God.
Pay Pig and Lawless Fern. You've been an absolute pleasure and legend here. Catlin,
Like skip Queens.
Oh my
or-
God.
Boogie, you're muted.
Oh yeah, he was saying
See,
that.
don't think I don't see
Okay,
how
there
you
we
treat
go.
me from behind the scenes. And then you want to come and act like you're my friend. Fuck you too. You little cocksucker.
Oh, that was about Nightmare.
That's one of the best lines that she says the whole time. Just the fucking venom that she spits when she says cocksucker. Like.
What?
Ace of Spades super chatted $19.99.
I know
was in
this
the
is gonna get
Discord.
better. This is a
Install
new
Boogie do a hit
situation
and
for
run
me.
on the way
We're
home
trying
from
to
his
like
trip last
figure
weekend.
this
Hey,
out.
you gotta
Like
fill
I-
time.
Like I said, I do have clips and stuff, but
That's
Oh
one
my
of the best
God.
lines that she says the whole time. Just the fucking venom that she spits when she says cocksucker. Like,
Getting pieces of shit to come over here with us.
oh yeah, Tina went in on me.
mean,
That
yeah.
was mean.
Because she really has anger issues with against men.
She was talking about Pup. I don't know if I feel like
And I came and
Pup
found
has
it.
anger
That
issues.
day that I went to go do the fish on my face, I was in the middle of a challenge that I didn't get to finish before CD decided, or at least this is how I remember it, is that CD had his challenge too, and he decided to do his challenge at the same time that I did mine. I wanted more heads up when he was ready to do his. Yes, he said take two, but I was focused on what I was doing. Was I perfect? Maybe not. Maybe not. But guess what? I was the one that put the show together. Because
I have it in
without
there,
this person
CD.
right
you know,
here,
pause
Thank
it
you.
quickly.
Yeah.
Now I will say that he is bad at
Thank you for
communicating
reminding
when
me.
he's gonna do something. So she was. I watched it back, and she was actually in the middle of doing something that someone had paid for her to do, and then he just went. So like, that's something he needs to get better at as well. Is like fucking communicating.
No, Glammy should have sat and waited.
Okay,
She is
so at first I thought like I was frustrated that he said that, but like I said, I feel like I could see where Keemstar was coming from. So basically, I should have just realized that CD's Riz note was bigger content than me drawing
Yeah, I think that's
on my
not-
face,
that's-
and then to make
Yeah,
sorry, and to
My
make
fear.
sure that his went first before I went in to even attempt to do mine. So I can kind of see where he's saying about that too.
yeah.
You know, it's reactions all over the place. I'm sorry. Okay.
There's no excuse not to.
No,
She has no excuse not to hear that CD-ROM is sending that voice message. No excuse.
I'm not talking just about that, right? So like, they'll pay for stuff, and like he'll do it before she even has a chance to like. Actually, like anyone has
Thank
a
you,
chance to
Ryan.
react to him actually doing it. Sometimes, not all the time, but every now and then.
You're almost shaky and shit. Hi, Gutsu. I'm sorry for the long wait. Without this person, right here, this is Gutsu. The
Hey, y'all,
head-
how y'all doing tonight?
Sorry, I'm here.
No, it's okay.
The head,
No,
the head of our docket team. The show has no docket without him.
Here's Glammy's professional coddler.
Okay, yeah. So they called him a professional coddler, but at the same time, he was being a friend. He was trying to help out.
Yeah.
But if you could tell, I'm already aggravated. So him kind of
Yeah.
trying to tell me to calm down was kind of frustrating to me.
Together that I talk about.
And then now
Yeah.
Zay comes in to try to tell
I'm
me
not
to
here
turn
interrupt
down my
anything, but,
volume.
his volume is really loud.
Thank you, Chris Nord. Yes.
Welcome,
So
Undead Jordy.
her telling me
Welcome
to turn
Cash
everything
Cow. We're
down
gonna
was
see you in the Discord
aggravating
soon.
me too.
Everything else was heard, right? Okay, here you go. I don't even know what she said. I'm sorry. Was that content? I'm sorry.
Sorry,
I was so
volume got
frustrated.
But yeah, everything else is
Yeah.
good. He was just a little bit loud.
Is it better now?
Yep, you're all good.
Okay.
All good? Okay.
So
Listen, you. Yeah?
no,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am really not caring about anybody else right
See,
now.
Hey,
not
Glammy,
caring about anybody else.
Turn him
Every
down.
time he
Turn him down.
spoke.
I thought you said, oh,
Yeah, yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
look, this
Take your
doesn't
time.
count. I
So,
was-
look, she can't even listen.
See, this
up or
doesn't
down.
count,
Like,
is what I
bro,
said.
come
I was
on.
trying to say it doesn't count.
Yeah.
I'm mad.
Well,
Like,
I
how are
pop
you
in and
supposed
out
to pay
because my
attention to what
audio
you're
is
doing
all
if you're
fucking
mad?
Yeah,
Okay,
Gutsu's
good.
not
Thank you.
listening there
Continue.
either.
So then every
What do you mean?
Cause like if you went back to where you just started, you said like, oh, I'm not even listening or not even paying attention or listening to you or something.
Yeah, I was
and then he
saying
just
I couldn't focus on anything else but what I was mad about. So I couldn't even focus.
he wasn't paying attention either. He was just kind of like looking off like at chat or something.
Yeah.
Single time that we started
But
the
he was
show,
trying to
Cindy
be a
came in
friend,
and just
though.
dragged our show down.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, okay, Brandon, Y2 or YT. Yeah, Glammy can't even turn people down. No, I can't turn people down. You know why? Because I'm turning me up, motherfucker. Suck on that.
That was
Oh my
Xylee's
God.
favorite line from your crush show.
Really?
Yeah. She said she was gonna use that.
That was very cringe, not gonna lie. I know in Rast Offensive saying that's audibly cringe, and that was one of them. I understood what he was talking about, but at the same time, I was just, I don't know, it just came to my brain. Now, it would have been sicker if it actually had the volumes levels right. God damn it. It would have been better if I had it right.
There were some moments that made me like audibly cringe, and that was the first one.
I'm turning me up. Suck on that. Oh God, this is so good.
She cracks me up. It's so funny.
God.
Dude, somebody needs to clip this entire show, all right, and put together a meme montage of it. Like, there's so many fucking moments that I would clip, and I'd like have different characters moving around on the fucking screen while she's going nuts. You know, like, dude, it's so funny, dude.
Go ahead, ask for my blood. Go ahead, ask for it. Tell me to get fired. I don't give a shit. I put all of me into this, and I care. I do.
That's the thing I'll definitely say. Glammy, the fact that
Can you
you're showing
guys
so much
hear
actual
this
emotion about
okay?
how you want to run the show and how much effort you put into it, how you're like how much like this emotion right here, that like just entire moment right there shows that you really want to succeed. You want to try as fucking hard.
Professional coddler right there.
He was really worried about me, though.
And I know because I'll be sitting there, here, like text you on Discord while I'm
You
doing my
can't
job.
hear it?
You'll be sitting there, you know, just writing.
Great. You can't hear it. Let's see. I have this all the way up. Let's try doing this.
Writing stuff, sending thumbnails out to everyone, trying to
How's
make them better,
this?
trying
Is
to
this
work on what you're
better?
doing. Work on topic ideas, and have respect for it.
Yes, where CD comes in 10 minutes before the show, and he gets the credit for everything because Glammy's ditzy. Okay, yeah, I am ditzy. And you know what?
Nothing wrong
Something
with
else, too, about the fact that day. Now, I am not discrediting the fact that Tech
Thank
had
you.
all the views that day. That is Keemstar's. I will give that to him 100%. That was Keemstar. However, we were sitting there telling me to go on a show, and then we had queens, and we had all of them come in and out, popping, switching me around and everything like that, and I was just trying to take it all in stride. That was disrespectful as fuck, and on that I will stand on with CD, but I wasn't gonna let anybody take me down or tear my joy down or tear my energy down. So I totally just made a game out of it. You know who else went out of the Discord? Keemstar, your beloved Becky. Because you know how I know.
Okay. So with that particular bit, I was trying. So the day that they were switching me all around and everything, as far as when Tech went against Queens, I was so just. I'm so used to everybody switching everybody everywhere. I wasn't gonna it was aggravating because it was frustrating because there was moments where I was sitting there, I was talking to CD, and then all of a sudden I'm somewhere else and I don't even know who I'm talking to, whatever. Now that is part of content that does happen. That's something you have to pay attention to. So I saw Becky one time where she got pulled out, like, everybody was talking and they were all going in at each other and whatever. So she decided to pull herself out and have herself full screened. Now, that was the reason I had said what I had said. However, I wasn't trying to make excuses. I was trying to say, well, this was where I was getting the content. So I was trying to make it content. I wasn't just trying to, be willy-nilly. I wasn't being stupid. I really did have a method to the madness. However, seeing as I wasn't reacting to anything, I was just laughing instead of what I should have done, because what I've seen Becky do is when she does those in those moments, goes into chat and starts just talking to chat, having a conversation with chat. So if I had done that versus talking, just laughing with myself and being stupid, it might have come off a little bit better. However, that's a part of the other thing that I realized too, is that the content was in the Queen's because everybody was arguing and yelling, I should have gone in there and said, hey, come watch Tech, because they had jumped in ours and said, hey, go watch Queens. So I was wrong. Yes, I will take accountability. But what I was trying to say in that moment was there was a reason. It wasn't like I was just trying to be stupid. I was thinking it was content. I just was wrong.
No, that's where I got the idea from, asshole. And I got in trouble for it. My role got
I was
taken
so
away.
mad.
Wow.
I was so mad.
I was trying to take everything in stride. Maybe did I miss it? I cut content a little, maybe. But you know what? I was doing a show, and I was taking the thing by the horns and just riding with it.
Branson Girl, welcome to Cash Cow. So for those of you that are lost, okay, the first day where Queens went up against Tech Talk, right? Tech Talk was like beating them with views. It was like really good. But then there was a lot of host abusing going on. Becky jumped into Tech Talk, said go watch Queens, and I told Glammy, hey, you need to jump in their show, all right, and get people to come to Tech Talk.
CSCHELL 410 super chatted $19.99. Glammy needs to shadow Keem for a week. JK, he'll go
that would
crazy
drive
raw.
him insane.
What are you laughing at?
That's not a bad idea, actually. That's not.
I just
That's like a
noticed here that
punishment
that seems
for
like
him
that's
for
a great
sure.
idea.
That seems like
Yeah.
a punishment to me.
So Keemstar ever messes up, we can
But
all like.
anyhow, during that process,
That'd be a good punishment.
Glammy decides to then leave the Discord. She's full cam, right? And she's just going, hee hee hee.
Yeah, that's the part I did wrong.
For a full 5 minutes. So
Right.
Tech Talk loses 500 viewers because she's just sitting there.
Yeah, I get that. So with that choice,
if I was doing nothing,
that
saying
choice, I
nothing,
need to make
interacting
sure that I
with
was,
nobody.
like, paying
All
attention
right?
to chat and talking to
500
chat.
viewers leave Tech Talk and go to Queens because she cucked the content.
Yes, I could see what you're saying.
And you think
there,
she'd be
Keemstar.
taking accountability. No. Nope. Now she's making excuses. Well, Becky did it. Branson Girl,
Wasn't
welcome
exactly
to Cash Cow.
excuses. It was
The
explaining
jump with
where I
the
was
funk.
coming
Welcome to
from.
Cash Cow.
I get
We're gonna
where
see
I
both
was
of you
wrong.
in the Discord soon.
True.
But I'm not a real host, right? Because I'm ditzy.
Oh, that hurt so
because I'm
bad.
blonde,
He said
because I'm
that.
a girl. Because I'm stupid.
That clip before, I
Just
just
gonna
noticed
dismiss me
Boogie was eating
and
like
my
a
hands.
hamburger.
Yeah,
Because
well, it was
of
the
my-
weekend.
Once
He's
again.
allowed to eat on stream on the weekend.
I want to clarify
I-
something very important. Everyone needs
I didn't know
to
if it was
and
today's
understand
stream or
this,
not.
Right?
This is so stupid.
It's
what
a
he
bone?
said. He was like saying it's
After
a
he does nothing for this
bonus
show up.
for
And I
being a
wanted
blonde.
To be able to explain it. And I had everybody
Glammy, stop saying CD does nothing for the show. CD is the only one making the viral moments of your show. People are watching your show because of CD-ROM.
Right. And no, and I get that too.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. I get
No,
that.
you're not wrong.
I
But
do.
you-
I do.
You're the
I
one
get
that's
that.
you're
So
the
what
one
the
that's
fuck are you
provoking
talking
him
about?
so that he does the viral things.
jumping in and out, and everybody was on CD's side.
True, but I get where what he's
Made me
talking
feel
Yeah.
like nothing. After all he does is show up and get
Oh,
the credit
thank
for
you,
shit.
New Jacket
And everybody's
fan
like,
page.
yeah, go off. No, fuck you. And then on top of it all, I get a timeline of 30 days to show myself approved. If I haven't shown myself to you yet, Keemstar, I don't know what to say. I work hard for this. I put everything I got into it, and you broke
Okay, now that was a little ambitious. That was a little ambitious, okay? There's a lot we can learn, and I fucked up a lot, and I get it, and I'm sorry. I can do better.
Yeah.
So let's not pay attention to that part.
We'll all forget that right now.
Yeah,
Everyone do that.
Just forget that part.
Just do the Men in Black
my heart
meme to
again.
yourself and erase it.
So I can walk on eggshells for 30 days. You tell me that I'm not good enough being me. You want me to stop caring about me. You want me to stop caring
All right.
about the show.
Okay, with this,
Every host
Yeah.
is on a 30-day fucking timer, literally. Because
True,
if
and
you
I know
don't
that.
perform, it's a job. Like we're here doing the job because we love the job, but every host is on that 30-day timer.
Yeah,
You don't
let's be
think the
honest.
last 5 days are the fucking most stressful because you're seeing, fuck, how do we
True.
do this month? What do we need to do? Like, that you shouldn't get hung up on the 30 days because it's literally everybody.
No, and
Yeah,
I
even
I know that, and I know that it's like literally everybody. But the thing of it was that I was so like at that particular moment, I was so all my self-esteem had just died. So like I'm
Yeah.
sitting there thinking, well, what I'm just gonna sit here walking on eggshells. I'm not sure how to. Where do I go from here, kind of thing. You know what I mean? But thank God he did this because now I kind of feel like I have a map. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
this is more of a map for me, and I'm really, really
Yeah.
thankful and grateful that he did this because I get to see bit by bit what I did wrong, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
got it. That makes more sense. Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't have job security here anymore. Come on, motherfuckers.
I don't even have job in body and ink. It's Glammy. She's been on what,
okay.
15 shows?
You know what? I can
She get the whole arm done.
want
Just
to.
it can, like
She gets a sleeve of
like
logos.
a timeline.
And actually, to be honest, I've been talking about this since Milkers that I wanted a tattoo of the Lolcow, icon or the
Yeah.
logo. I've wanted that
Yeah.
forever, and I was thinking maybe I should just do the LCU one because it's a very like broad overall. So just in
yeah.
case, no matter whatever
Yeah.
happens, I still,
Yeah.
But then I was thinking, well, Tech Talk is a part of my story. Like, they're right with the fucking sleeve,
You,
right?
you,
Where, like,
you
got
could have all
the
of them, like little Pokemon badges.
Exactly. I mean, you're not wrong, but it is still a part of my story.
Yeah.
God, I love this show.
Now this guy's muted for some
Your
reason.
name's boring, your face is boring, your whole goddamn life is boring. That's why you're in my chat bitching at me.
Whoa!
Wow.
How do I
So
go
mad.
back?
So mad.
Hear that again. How do I go back a little bit without fucking this up? Isn't there like a back feature?
Just hit the arrow keys.
Which arrow key?
No,
Like on your keyboard.
Oh, interesting that he doesn't know what the arrow key was.
Ken, Bigfoot
perfect.
Boomer Report.
All right.
Do.
Here we go.
I'm only kidding.
And yes, for the love of God, I'm looping, and I'm gonna loop for a whole goddamn hour and a half if I want to.
Oh, I was so mad.
You're boring, familiar, but also spooky. Your name's boring, your face is boring, your whole goddamn life is boring. That's why you're in my chat bitching at me. You got nothing.
But don't forget, she loves you, chat. She loves you.
Oh,
Listen,
God.
I do. I love the chat, but it was just at that very moment, the ones that came in, because there are certain ones that I see in the chat all the time. There's like
Yeah.
a couple here and there that are always there. And I was
Your
just
top
like,
haters.
yeah, it was just like, not the time, So I saw them at the corner of my eye, because when he was trying to calm me down, where he was muted at this point,
Yeah.
but he was trying to calm me down, and I caught it at the corner of my eye, and I just fucking lost it. Like, everybody was getting it. I was
Yeah.
just so
Oh
upset.
God, she's still going off on this guy.
I was so upset.
So lost that you decide to pull my head
Papa
on a
Hurl
spike.
super chatted $20.
Oh, I was so
Weird
tired
thing
of
I
getting
noticed.
so much hate.
At Lolcow Madhouse is
I
still
just
in the
felt like
Lolcow
every time I
universe
turned
section of
around,
the
I was
street.
getting
Together,
dragged
or
through
you
the
and
mud.
the lovely people that I have
Yeah.
making the thumbnails and the title, where it's either me doing the thumbnails and I've been practicing, or I have beautiful people who have been so super awesome in the
Okay,
background
here's
that have been
Zay
helping me
coming
put
in
together.
again,
And I appreciate them.
and that frustrated me.
Gutsu is muted.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
told him that. I have it on the latency you asked me for. If it's not perfect, I don't give a shit.
Look, I am pissed. I'm like, I don't
That's
really
fine, girl.
care.
Sorry.
Hey.
Everybody's
No,
getting
you're
it
good.
together.
Any
The delay is
technical
perfect.
issues,
I
I
wasn't even
don't
coming-
care. Get the fuck out. I really, to be
Pause
honest,
it for a
I
second.
would have liked to have gotten her
One
out
of the
there.
things she keeps complaining about is having to do the job.
Okay, Boogie,
Right?
I'm not
Like,
complaining
you
about having
determine
to
how
do the
you
job.
do this job. Either you get in here and you free ball it with like a loose idea of what we might want to talk about that day.
So I wasn't complaining about having to do the job. I was complaining because I was so super excited to do the job, to do it with somebody who wasn't or felt like wasn't. Because there was so many episodes that we had where he just seemed like he was sad.
Yeah.
I didn't realize about, the depression thing that he had said, but
Yeah.
there was so many times that we started, I was so excited. I was ready to go. I was amped. And then he was just complaining or being upset from my point of view as what I'm
Yeah.
like, let's see. Hey, Glammy, thank you. Glammy, try to train yourself to stop the video if you're going to comment. I'm having a hard time keeping up with the points you're making. Okay, thank you. Thank you, CD. And I don't feel this way now, CD, so everything I'm trying to tell you is from at that point where I was mad. I'm completely over it now. I just wanted to go through where I was coming from that day. So I wasn't really upset about doing the work. I was very happy about doing the work. I was super excited about the whole thing. I was upset because from my point of view, it looked like CD wasn't. Thank you, CD, for understanding. Okay.
You do it the way we do it, or you can do some sort of crazy preparation for whatever. You can do it however you want to do it, but it's the job. It's how you choose to do the job. Stop complaining about the job. This is a dream job. Like, it's one thing to go to McDonald's or a factory and complain about what you're doing there, okay, because you're handing food to 100 people today. You're entertaining thousands of people over here, and you're making good money doing it. You are getting to do what every kid grows up wishing they could do, and you're bitching. Shut the fuck up.
That's a very weird question, Banana Slice.
Thank you.
I just want to shout out Spooky Wife. Join the call. Maybe leave her alone. Let her cook. You know.
Oh yeah.
So it's not just Glammy that doesn't know how to recognize what content is. There's a lot of people. Like, say Zuda, I don't know why you're here right now. Like, I don't know why you're in here. I'm trying to fuck up my Saturday stream when I review.
So I was very thankful that he said that. So it was more of like an overall situation where like a lot of people didn't know when to bring people in, when to bring people out. So I was very glad that he said that I wasn't the only one. That made me feel a lot better.
Do this because that's what's happening.
Though I will say, if you are going to pop on, stir the pot.
Oh,
Don't
well,
diffuse it. The content here, every host, you need to listen to this. The content here is letting people crash out.
Okay, he gets all kinds of interrupted.
Yeah, that happens like every stream now, or has been for a long time.
This
No, but he got
Rastov had his
all the fucking time.
Rastov had his eyes open when he was doing that.
No, that is not an excuse, Banana Slice. That's silly. Disavow. Yeah, they got all kinds of interrupted while doing this and stuff. I was trying to put together like a whole bunch of clips, but it would have taken forever to do. Like my clip person was very, they were like 90 clips in to try to put this all together. So I was like, you know what, we'll just do it this way because it's easier.
Yeah.
It's a little choppy, but it's easier.
I think that's what they've been doing on Rewind.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not perfect, but it's close. Anyways, but what he was saying about okay, so Boogie's trying to explain about what content is. The content here is that I was crashing out. So we wanted everything to be focused on the crash out, not versus the people coming in and saying that the volume isn't right or what have you, what have you. Which again, when we were talking about the test show that happened tonight, when Nightmare was having his feelings, he was in his feelings, he was crying, and that one person jumped up on there to try to calm him down. Probably would have been better if he just was able to sit there with his feelings and get it all out. Because once you hit go, you got to remember, once you hit go, you are now consenting your feelings to being content. You know?
Time, right? Good content is happening on one of our shows, and then everybody comes in and tries to calm them down, and it'll be all right. I can do this and I can do that. No one thinks you're a good person. If I'm a viewer, when you call in and you do that, I don't think you're a good person. I think you're a content cuck. Don't be a content cuck.
The problem is they haven't had a Billy tell them that they're digital shrubbery before.
Yeah, I agree
fucking
with that,
kill their
Banana
confidence enough to learn how to do it better.
You know?
Digital shrubbery. That's
if you're
so
going to
weird.
go in there, fucking tell them they're a piece of shit. Like, someone should have came in here and gave Glammy some pushback, but no, we're going to coddle her. Yeah, thanks. Good job. Very interesting stuff.
Getting technical, don't even totally blame Rastov because I'm the one who went up there and told him to do
sorry.
it, so.
Okay, well, it wasn't me, was what I'm saying. It was stuff in the background. That was right, exactly, Rastov, and it worked, and it was a damn good idea. I'm not even saying you were wrong to do it. What I'm saying is him.
Yeah, the
bitch ass
10
and-
was all
and then how many
Rastov.
times, like, honestly, no, I love you, Rastov. I'm mad at you a little bit, but I do love you. But like at the same time, like I wrote down. Do you remember? He was bitching so much, Zay, about writing the fucking thing. I wrote most of it.
Yeah.
He couldn't even do that much of work.
Well, that's the other thing.
But yet
So,
I'm the problem, right? It's me.
you know who you sound like right now, Glammy?
Oh God, I don't know.
Me.
Okay, yes. I totally felt like she was going to say her. I was really pissed. I was like, no, girl, no, girl. But I wasn't sure, so I pulled back. I seriously thought she was going to say her. I was so mad. I was like, no, I can't deal with it. I was trying so hard to be like as gracious as possible. But yeah, I was pissed at the time. I understand where she was coming from now is because she was trying to like, she was trying to help. She was trying to come in. She was trying to calm me down. And, she was trying to give me a different perspective of things. So I get where she was coming from. And I'm not mad at her for doing what she was doing. But at the time when I was that mad, I was upset. I was like, oh,
You sound
girl,
like me.
please
You
don't.
sound like me when I was on Nerds in the very beginning, and it was like me, you, and Eric, and I felt like I was doing everything.
Now Zay's dude, it's making it about her.
Yeah. So
Boy,
all this-
am I getting...
The baseline. He puts a good enough baseline.
Dude, Elton
I will give her
Lord,
credit.
Elton Lord, real quick. We're not going to change the topic. We're gonna...
Only been 26 minutes. Oh my God, this goes for another hour.
Dude,
There's the
look at
look
her
on
face.
Boogie's
Does she
face.
look okay?
Okay.
Look at her face, buddy. Look at that. It looks like her fucking husband just died. Look at her face.
Bro.
Take a breath.
No, it's not.
Take a breath. Take a breath right now, please. I don't want you.
It's not about that. It's about the reason I'm going through it is because this is a part of what I'm looking at it for growth purposes on how to do this job better. That's why I'm looking at it.
Hyperventilate, okay?
Yeah,
Please?
the people that said that everybody says that I don't care about. Yeah, the ones that I listen to in the chat, the ones that I listen to. They're all in the chat saying, thank God Glammy's here. Thank God Glammy's here because she's the show. She's the fun.
Now, behind the scenes right now, I'm messaging Zay. All right, we need to kick Gutsu off the show until this is finished. Because I was like, no, stop interrupting her, please. And she does.
So you were trying to kick him off.
They invited him because CD wasn't going to be there. It's no disrespect to him. It's just that, like, no one gives a shit at the moment. They just want to see her.
Yeah.
What a sick burn.
So we did. We
Yeah.
were gonna put him on here because CD was gone. Like this was not planned at all. Like it just happened
not let him
to
on.
be
She
this
does.
way.
She does. Yep, I
Yeah,
asked her to, and she did. She's going to jump up in a second.
Because you told her. Where'd he go?
We had an entirely different
don't
show.
know.
I'm not gonna deny it. I'm not gonna even deny it. You put a lot of fucking effort into this. I mean, a lot of fucking
Shut up,
effort.
Nightmare. I don't even care what you have to say. You don't give a shit about anybody but your goddamn self.
Oh.
Shove it up your fucking donkey hole.
I was so mad at Nightmare. So the preface around that was, and this is my one thing that it was the fact that everything that I was hurting about had come out all at once. So anything that was bothering me just ended up happening to fly out. Now, one of the things that I was having a hard time with was it really bothered me that from behind the scenes, Nightmare I've always looked at him as a friend. He had helped me out. He had gone above and beyond to help me out. He has done so much to look like he was supporting me. Now, on the background, I've had multiple people come and tell me that he was in VCs telling me that I saying like horrible things behind my back, like saying that I sucked, that this, that, and the third, and was acting like not a real friend. There was so many people that would come and tell me this. There were trustful people that I know that wouldn't lie to me. So I was really hurt by that because I really care about Nightmare and I really, really thought that he was my friend. So hearing that really, really, really hurt me. Now I heard that prior to this, so I was sitting on that. I probably should have gone to Nightmare and talked to him about it, but I thought he would lie or say no, because usually when you sit there and be like, hey, did you say this? If they don't want you to, how many people are going to sit there and be like, yeah, I did. I was treating you like shit behind your back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I figured he wouldn't have told me the truth anyway, and the people that I heard it from were pretty credible people. So So I knew that it was true, and I was just kind of like, you know what? What's the point in coming to you and talking to you about it? You're probably going to lie to me anyway. Might as well just call it a wash. That was prior to this. And that really punched me in the gut. But I sat on it. I didn't say anything. I just kind of let it sit. So by the time we got to this, I was so heated that it came out.
That's one of the best lines.
Oh
Bro,
my God.
so Nightmare starts jumping in the chat, right? And she eventually just fucking bans him off the channel.
I did.
But he's
I was
in there
so
for like the
mad.
whole time in there being like, the fuck did I do to you? Like, I thought we were friends. Like, this whole thing for the rest of the show. Eventually.
I did too. I thought we were friends too. That was why it hurt me so much. It blew my mind that he was being horrible to me behind my back. It just hurt so much.
Talented person out there that makes meme content like a breaking banquet to close to 130 new members for the stream. We
Feel in the situation, okay? No one's gonna take that away from you.
Thank you,
You're
Dub.
allowed
I
to. You're,
appreciate that.
see, you have people in the chat right now who are giving you lots.
Shut
Of course, how
up.
could you not be?
Shut up. When does he leave?
Okay, well, he was trying to be a friend. He was trying to be
around now.
supportive.
I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm not.
Oh
Because
God.
you're not
No,
I think
actually,
just
what
stuff
I'm
in-
gonna ask for, I want you to just.
Oh, you suck ass. You don't need a show.
Okay,
you
hang
don't
on.
belong here. Okay.
You should try
In the
being on Lolcow.
Vent as you go. You can respond to the chats as you go for a little bit. Call me
Okay.
if you need me.
King
Tammy.
TL, you are in my chat every single night, motherfucker.
Hi,
That's
Hugh
okay.
Jess. How are
Why
you?
in the hell are you still here, asshole? Suck up the content, motherfucker. Enjoy it.
Suck up the
Suck it all the way
content.
the fuck up in your little TL crown hole. Suck it up.
Oh, I was so mad.
That's Xylie's new war cry, by the way. Suck up the content, motherfucker.
Oh, I thought it was the other line.
Oh God.
Is this what you want? There's a lot of people who are here for me, and they are the people that I'm here for. I'm here for the people who have come to watch, whether it has been me or CD. I have haters in the chat, and that's fine. Everybody does. And I get that. And I have haters that are off the chat, that are not in the chat when it goes live, and they ask for my blood.
Okay, but like Hugh Jess, the difference is that a lot of the people that say that I suck say it to my face. They don't say it behind my back. You know what I mean? Or they do, but it's like, I know they're haters. You know what I mean? And it's different. It's like watchers versus co-workers. Like, it's different. It's a different scenario. Plus, he went out of his way to be my friend. I had no idea he was behind the scenes saying nasty things about me. He was definitely a fake friend, which really
Why? 'Cause
hurt.
It's easy. Because I take it. Because I let you. That's not weakness. That's called rising above. That's called being better than the situation, not you. You guys are amazing and wonderful, and I appreciate all of you, but the people that are calling from my head, it's more for them than it does me. You know? Somebody who sits there, watches day after day, watch you just to fail. Love putting those comments in there. Oh, you suck ass. You don't need a show.
my
you
God.
don't belong here. Okay.
So
You should try being on
weird
Lolcow
looking
Live
this
as the
now.
third fucking host, and we'll see
Yeah.
how long you last. Jesus Christ.
Bro.
This
Yes,
is my
you
life
do, or
now.
Overlord.
Like,
Say
you
it
have
right in the
no
chat, and I know
fucking
exactly
clue.
who
I
doesn't
get
like
more
me, and I'm
comments
fine
than
with
you
it.
get viewers. Oh my
coworkers should be
God.
different.
She goes,
Like, just
she goes,
don't be
oh,
fake.
you suck ass. You don't belong here. Ooh, like dude, this shit.
Did I go to him and talk to him? Hugh just said, and did you go to talk to Nightmare and talk to him? All secondhand info, and I'm talking about your coworkers. We've all heard the hosts say you suck. It's like a meme. Yeah, I should have probably gone to him, but I felt like he would just lie to me anyway. So I was like, what's the point? And the people that had told me were very credible people. So, and I knew that they weren't going to just tell me that just to tell me that. So I knew it was true. Like, what is he going to do? Sit there and be like, oh, yeah, that's right. I did. I was talking to you. I was talking wicked nasty about you behind your back. Like, he's not going to tell me the truth about that. Who would?
This little line
Yeah.
right here is fucking great. Listen to this.
You know, somebody who sits there, watches day after day, watch you just to fail. Love putting those comments in there. Oh, you suck ass.
Oh, you suck ass. Ooh, you suck ass.
It's so weird watching this back now.
That should be your next shirt, going like
thank
this.
God Zayzuna and Red Shirt are not here to ruin my content
God.
right now. This is great.
You don't need a show. You don't belong here. Okay,
Great
next you're
shit.
here. You're here every goddamn day, loving it like a little snaky snake, just sucking the teeth of the fucking
I don't
milk
know.
of the show.
That got gif. That's a gif in the Discord.
Dude, that's hands down the best part of the whole fucking stream. I literally said, I need this gift now. I don't know if anyone made it, but holy shit. We need to run that back. Can we just loop that for like fucking a minute? Oh god, it's so good.
Okay, we do not need to loop that.
Sweet Thing super chatted $20. Love the side by side. Can someone unban me Rom Discord, please?
Why are you banned?
Hi,
We hear this
Shifty.
all the time. People can't get in the Discord. Do you know why that person's banned?
Oh yeah, everybody
Why are
says
you
that
s-
they're banned. Usually there's a reason why.
That's what we're not gonna do. We're not gonna sit there and take somebody who's put all their passion into the show, rip their heart out, and put it on the table, and then ask her why she's freaking out in the background.
Yeah, it is so frustrating.
You take somebody who put their passion and their love for something that they work really hard for, and then you take it away. It hurts. And even though I understand and I agree with why you did what you did, but you can't be mad that I'm hurt in the background. And then tell me the reason that you said that I was a pain in the ass in the background and I'm exhausting and emotionally whatever, and that I dragged down the show.
Can you pause this for a second?
Yeah.
So you know these.
Okay, so I was just really upset. The amount of hate I get on a daily basis is frustrating.
Yeah.
You know, like it does get to me sometimes. Most of
Yeah.
the time I can handle it, but it gets to me sometimes.
You know what? You know what? I know a lady, this lady right here.
Jeez.
That face.
Oh yeah.
I think that's when she banned him.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So
Go away, Nightmare. No one got
It did
Nightmare
listen.
comes
I'm
in
not
the
gonna lie
chat.
though, there's probably a few hosts in the LCU that would love her. You do
He did that on
Man,
Dolls
dude.
like a couple days before.
You join the
You sat there acting like we fucking were on the dude. You just met me.
Oh yeah. Okay. So oh my
I
god.
felt like what?
Boring.
Ask me a question. Why did-
Okay.
Uh-oh. She jumped somewhere.
It was a stupid goal. I did one too. You acted like I'm sitting here trying to drag you across the fucking aisle and force you by gunshot to marry her.
The fuck?
And then I made a comment of the United States of the religion of the LCU had nothing to do with Christianity or your religion, fucker. It was a funky thing I said.
What the fuck?
And let me tell you something else. The one person, the one man that's got my back in this world is my husband. You sat there acting like we fucking were on the dude. You just met me.
The fuck?
Yes, you're a nice person. I will give you that. You're a nice guy. Yes, Grim. There's a human being that makes
What did she say about Grim?
Are you kidding me? It's actions as to who you are as a human being.
Oh,
that makes you a
okay.
good
So the whole Grim thing was that he ended up saying something like, he was saying to me, he expects scummy things from people that he's not really met. And he said he hasn't really hung around me that much. So he expected that me talking about Beans and his situation, that I was scummy for doing it, but he expected me to be. But then turned around to CD and said, well, I hold you to a higher standard because of your being religious, which really
Yeah.
rubbed me the wrong way, because it was like, well, it's actions as to whether or not you're a good person or not. It has nothing to do with your religion or not. So why assume that I'm scummy, but then CD isn't? And it wasn't even scummy. It was something that everybody was talking about. It just wasn't fair to put me in that box. I didn't like the way he painted it. It just pissed me off.
Yeah.
person or not. And saying that, oh, I expect scummy things. That wasn't even a scummy thing. It was something that everybody talked about. So what? I commented on it. You know what? I was on Bean's side because I care about her, not because it was content, asshole. Go away, Nightmare. Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah. I was frustrated because Nightmare was in the
I think
chat,
that's when she
and
banned him.
I was super mad at him
Oh
already.
God. Go away, Nightmare. No one gives a shit. So
do you think they said thank you to that? I don't think so.
I love the fact that Glammy's going in on Grim and Nightmare's there to defend his boyfriend in chat.
Of course.
That's hilarious.
Hey, shit. You are a fake friend. You're a fake friend. I know what you say behind my back. I don't want to hear it. I don't care. Go away. Go on your own stupid fucking show that you got mad at me for popping up on. Made me feel like I was a piece of shit for jumping on your show. But yeah, you can jump on mine with no respect or remorse for it.
Okay, that bothered me too. About the fact that he would always jump up and say, well, if you jump on his show, he'd be super upset about it and be like, don't just come jumping up on my show. Don't disrespect me like that. You have to wait. Okay, fine. But then when it came to my show, it seemed like the same respect wasn't returned. He would always jump on there without having any type of care for the fact that, like, why is it okay for you to be mad at me and make me feel like a terrible person for jumping on your show without being in waiting, but then you can skip all that for mine? It seemed very double standardy. It seemed very disrespectful, and that just frustrated me.
Damn.
You! I don't care if people hate me because I'm mad at you. I don't care. You want respect, give it. Don't chop people up behind their back, smile to their face, and then wonder why they're mad. No, oh, the way I treat them, how about the way you treat them? Nobody cares, Nightmare. I don't care if you hate me, I don't care. And I don't care if anybody's mad at me for telling you how I feel either. I'm not gonna stay silent, why? Because you want me to. Because you think it's better. Because you think it's graceful. Because you think it's more important.
Yeah, well, Glammy, here's the thing. Nightmare doesn't
I was
understand
just
content
upset.
at all, right? Him telling you to be silent right now is just
I don't even know
cucking
what
content.
he was saying.
Like Nightmare is
in the chat, he was
notorious for
just saying
cucking
a bunch of
content.
stuff like,
If something interesting,
you know,
He'll just say, he'll just say like, oh, I
Did
don't
you
know what
not
you're
hear her
talking
say
about.
that?
yeah, or
Dude,
something
so
like
Go back
that.
and play that shit again.
What you mean?
Yeah,
dude, she's cooking.
I was just super pissed.
Yeah.
Under the guise of a
Oh, this part.
superpower show
I
that you got mad at me for popping up on. Made me feel like I was
this I
on your
believe.
show. But yeah, you can jump on mine with no respect or remorse for it.
Damn.
You! I don't care if people hate me because I'm mad at you. I don't care. You want respect, give it. Don't chop people up behind their back, smile to their face, and then wonder why they're mad. No, oh, the way I treat them, how about the way you treat them? Nobody cares, Nightmare. I don't care if you hate me, I don't care. And I don't care if anybody's mad at me for telling you how I feel either.
Yeah, that was a big deal to me. That I was very like worried about being able to talk about my feelings
Yeah,
and
well,
getting hate
Glammy,
again.
here's the
for it.
thing. Nightmare doesn't
Because
understand
I always
content
get hate
at
from
all.
people
right?
for saying how I feel. Always. It's
Him
like,
telling you to be
oh,
silent
if I
right now
am
is
mad
just
at your favorite
cucking
host or whatever,
content.
and
Like
then
Nightmare
they get
is
mad.
notorious for cucking content.
That I didn't
If
say how I
something
felt.
interesting
Well,
is happening on
I
fucking
don't care.
test,
This is my feelings.
and there's
If
like
I'm
an
wrong, I'm
argument
wrong.
or
If
a
I'm,
debate,
you know,
he will
but it's
literally
how I
kick
feel.
that person off so that we can all just stare at him saying, yeah, I don't know, I don't know. I'll be able to be higher. Yeah, I love you guys. I want to be here. Yeah.
When did we get like Ozzy Osbourne on the fucking show? Sharon!
Well,
Yeah, I appreciate Rostov saying that huge ass. I really do.
I mean,
Sharon, thank you for saving me, show.
Oh my god.
I wouldn't take advice from Nightmare Glammy. Yeah.
You! I'm allowed to have feelings, I'm allowed! And how dare you try to tell me that I'm not allowed to feel? No, but it's okay for you though, right? It's okay for you. But it's not okay for anybody else. No, that's a problem. Guess what? I don't go behind your back and treat people and tear you apart from other people. You do!
Damn, Glammy is cooking Nightmare.
I was so mad at him. I was so mad at him.
Superpower for Nightmare. Super victim. Under the guise of don't care.
Do you see that? She said his superpower is being a super victim.
Wow.
Did you not hear her say that?
Dude,
Bro, go back and play that shit again.
Dude, she's cooking.
Under the guise of a superpower for Nightmare. Super victim.
Ooh.
Guise of a superhero. Fuck you, buddy.
Under the guise of a superhero.
Yeah, so with that one, I was the whole entire situation where it was very double standardy, right? Where he would go after he was going after Billy for what he had said for a joke, but then come back and do the same thing. Like the flag that they had the goal for at the corner. It seemed very hypocritical to me. It was very much like he always has excuses for the reason why, it seemed he's always the victim, right?
Yeah.
So this is how I felt. I
Yeah.
feel like he's been acting like a super victim lately.
Yeah.
That's
Fuck you,
why I
buddy.
said
She's
that.
spitting the whole time, bro. It's crazy.
About me. You had an issue because I didn't go on that show with you. I went on it with Becky. Well, guess what, buddy? You weren't picked. That wasn't even my fault. I even sat there and said, hey, I'm rolling with Nightmare that day. I was told no, go with her. So I said, yes, okay, let's go. You acted like you were fine, but behind the scenes, you acted like an ass and tore me apart for it. No, yeah, go ahead. Act all confused. That's what you're good at. No, the great fucking Nightmare doesn't do anything wrong, right? Go push it somewhere else. Fucking sniffer. You're a sweep sniffer.
Okay, I have no idea. No fucking clue why, how, where. I have no idea. It popped out of my face. No fucking clue. I was so mad. It just, that's where it went. That's where it went.
That was another one of the good lines.
I have no fucking clue. Just as much as you do.
She called Nightmare a sniffer.
No idea.
Is that like a hate crime? Does that just do a hate crime?
I don't know. She mean like butt sniffer? I'm not sure.
Oh, and the context behind the whole thing where that was one of the things that he was upset about. So I was going on a show, I was supposed to do a show. I had asked him because it was like, okay, go, you need a co-host, go. I was like, okay. It was a last minute thing. I went and asked him, I asked Nightmare, hey, I'm going to do the show. Can you come with me? He's like, yeah, sure. No problem. Let's go. I was like, okay, sounds cool. Then I was told, hey, we're going to go a different way. Let's have you do it with Becky instead. And I said, well, okay, well, I had already set it up to do it with Nightmare. He's like, no, I'd rather you do it with Becky. So I was like, okay, not a problem. And then I went to do the show, and the show was really great. Now, Nightmare had acted like he was okay with everything, but then here again, I was told by multiple people that he was super upset about it, butthurt about it, and tore me apart about it behind my back.
By the way, that thing's been made into a GIF, and it's in the live on air chat now. If you ever just want to watch it on repeat.
Why is it so low for sound? It's because of Glammy stream.
No, it's because my OBS updated.
I don't know how to fix it. What GIF is where?
In the live on air chat.
Of her sucking the teat of the milk.
Suck on the teat of the milk of the show.
Okay, I think that's everything. Yeah. Ooh, that actually worked out good as far as timing goes. That was super uncomfortable to watch, by the way. Hi, David Thomas. How are you? So, yeah, what are your thoughts? Go ahead.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the stuff they said was right, but then like some of the stuff they kind of like played up, or they kind of like did some of the same things, like when Boogie's saying like, it's your job, you're here to do your job. Well, like he's had like a bazillion like different live streams where he got pissed off and he was mad about the job and didn't want to do like, I don't know, whatever, like a stupid thing like Keem told him, like, you need to do this because it's funny. And he's like, I don't want to do that or whatever. He would do that. Like some of this stuff, like Boogie just wanted to be like, or people say like that's like him when he wants to be the center of attention. So he's like pretending to be mad when he doesn't really care about it.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I could understand where he was coming from, because out of context and just yelling and screaming, going off and being angry, you can kind of tell, like, it kind of sounds like I'm being mad about the work of it. It wasn't that. It was the fact that I felt like I was grown so much, expanded so much as being a host.
Yeah.
Then to just feel like I was putting all this effort in, but then someone can just roll out of bed for 10 minutes and be like, okay, we're ready to go. I thought that was a disservice to me, but actually, in reality, looking at this now, looking at the reactions that they had, I'm wrong. I need to learn how to do this better instead of putting it on CD for doing good.
I think they just want to see like a better flow through the stream of like the thing like with the doing the res note at the same time as painting your face or whatever. They just want like a better pacing and way the show is going while it's happening, and then once you have that down, because then that'll help you, because I think too that like the reason why like all the hosts are still like, oh, blah blah blah, and they're either like, I think Billy and Xylee, yeah, they are support you, but like I don't know if like the other hosts are small shows, but I think people are like waiting for like a show that you're on to like shoot up into like the top 5 or something, and then they'll stop like okay, now she did it.
Yeah.
But like,
see, and that's what I didn't really quite understand, because I felt like since I did have so much growth, it was very much like, where's the good job? All I wanted was like, you're doing great. I see the growth. I'm really proud of you for being more than you were. However, I guess life doesn't really work like that either.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
feeling like you need that type of lift up, I guess, is not always what you're gonna get to. I think I just have to understand that there's more work to do. I have a map, which is really good and helpful. I'm really glad he did that. I'm very thankful he did that so that I could actually see his points. And I have a better understanding as to what it is I'm looking at for the next step of my growth of being a host.
Yeah.
What do you mean Keem isn't that type of person? I'm sorry, did it buffer for a second? I'm sorry. I'm glad it fixed itself, though. We do have 3 more minutes left. Thank you so much, Michelangelo, for being here with me. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
It was nice to have somebody to bounce off of, and I'm glad that you and I are friends now.
Yeah.
Which is really good, because it's always nice to have more people to, be cool with in the Discord.
Yeah.
You can what?
Oh, I was just gonna be like, I can help more while I'm in this intern and co-host manager position.
Yeah.
You
can tell you're all proud. You should be proud. Be proud. You did good.
Yeah. Some of the people, the short bus people, they're the ones that told me to come up here. And I'm glad, and I already kind of saw like, oh, if I go up there, it'll help show that I care about the community, and it'll be a good thing for me if I do it. So I had no issue with doing that for you.
Well, thanks. Yeah, it was nice to have somebody to bounce off of too.
So you don't have to sit here just like, in Glammy's world,
Kind of like Glammy's world. I'm not gonna lie. I very much like Glammy's world, but it is nice to be able to share too. And I think it's cool to actually get to react with somebody versus just myself. So
it's a bit more cringe if you're reacting to yourself alone.
Maybe. Well, I think it was more that it was really hard to watch.
That's coming from the person that like all my funniest moments are me being cringe. Like that's for me and you. That's where you and me are on the same wavelength. Is that our funniest moments are us being cringe, or the way that we react to something.
Yeah.
I'll say something.
100.
I think I was on a rewind or something yesterday, and then it's like, oh, do you have any final last words? And I'm like, watch Short Bus or you're retarded. And then Rastoff in the main chat, he put that as a quote. And that was funny.
That's awesome. No, I'm so glad. I'm so happy for you. I think that's awesome. Maybe it'll be a permanent stay on test if it works.
Yeah. I told my mom about it. She thought with the whole situation with the test dating show and me being like coerced and stuff. She's like, oh, she doesn't even know the part about that it was a show that I've been like not a fan of for the whole time, but like I told her, I'm like, oh, I got this thing, and I'm the manager of the this Lolcow show for the week, and now I'm like a co-host and blah blah blah, at the end of it, I could possibly make it a job. So
Oh, that's so cool. What'd your mom say?
she said to just take it one day at a time.
That sounds like
I
a
was
mom
happy.
thing to say for sure.
I was happy she didn't give me like a, oh, that's fucking stupid or something kind of response.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think that's so good that your mom was being so supportive.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all the time we have. Thank you so much for everybody who came. Thank you so much for everybody that is in the chat and everybody's supported, everybody who put a like and a subscribe, and everybody who watched. I appreciate you so much. Cafe is next, and oddly enough, it will be me and Batgirl. So stay tuned for that. It is going to take me a minute to switch everything over, so give me a hot minute to get everything going. But I will see you on Cafe. I love every single one of you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Michelangelo, for being here. And I will
You're
see you
welcome.
on the next one. Have a good night. Or morning,
Bye,
I
guys.
guess.